Well. What is happening, everybody? It's your boy DJ AlphaTyler, and we are back again with another episode of Let's Talk About It. If you don't know what Let's Talk About It is, that would be the community stream where we talk about things and stuff. Shout out to Desiree, shout out to Jay. What's happening, y'all? Don't forget, everybody, the link is coming to your platform. You can click on that link, jump in the stream if you want to join and talk. It looks like I got my man Jay backstage already. What up, Jay?
What up? What up?
And yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I walked in the house right as it was happening. He was rushed off the stage as I walked in the house from smoking, and I started hitting every Discord and every live that I saw talking about it. Neff and Layman were live. They were going to do an album breakdown of Eminem's new album, and when
Yeah.
I told them, they got one song in and decided to just make it a live stream about the event.
Yeah, so me and Nappy were actually on the phone. We were talking about some other stuff. And
Hey, Dustin.
I started seeing all the Discord pop-ups and everything. And it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I had to go find the video. And I'd
Mm-hmm.
say me and Nappy probably sat in silence, just processing everything for about 5 minutes. Crazy
Dude,
times. What up, Chris? What up, Dustin? What up, Roxy? Yeah.
Well,
So if you
yep.
guys don't know, Trump was at a Trump rally. Um, and he was giving his speech, giving his rally speech as he is oft to do. And
he was
lo and
actually
behold,
supposed to announce his vice president today.
oh, he was actually going to announce his
Yep.
vice president today. Okay.
Yep.
Well, lo and behold, somebody went rogue and started firing shots, and it looked like, I don't know that he got hit in the ear, but it looked like he got hit in the ear, and for some reason his ear was bleeding. So I assume that he got hit in the ear. But that shit was crazy, man. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll probably pull a screen share up here in a minute and we'll look at it for
From
anybody.
from what I was
Yep.
told, it was a small caliber handgun that he was grazed by, and he walked off stage with his fist in the air in defiance, and they took him to a hospital to get checked out. There were
Yeah.
multiple shots that was heard, and I think that was security killing the person that shot him.
No, it was
There
quite a
was
few shots.
somebody, one of the people behind him did get hit, I do
But they
believe.
also Tim had played a clip of it, and you hear the people yelling, "Man down!"
Yeah, so it was quite a few shots. I've watched the clip, or I've
Hmm.
watched the live feed of the rally quite a few
Hmm.
times at this point. There was a fair few shots, and then he went down. Obviously, Secret Service covered him for a little while, and then he did, after a little bit, he got up and raised his fist. And honestly, it was top G status, man. My man got shot in the ear and stands up shaking his fist like a boss, man. Okay, I'm just saying, like,
Well, I can tell you when I saw it, it was funny because I was scrolling through YouTube and what is that? Lib High Mind? I don't even remember. Liberal High Mind
yeah,
or
Yeah.
yeah.
something. When on there, it was like live, President Trump shot, wounded, or something. I don't remember what the
Hmm.
clickbait was. And
Hmm.
I'm like, what? What the hell ever? And I mean, like, it's just like you see it live. And I'm like,
Well,
I go in there and I'm just like trying to process. I watch it for a little bit. And then I go and tell John because I'm about to cry. Like, I literally got tears in my eyes. And I'm
yeah,
like, they just like shot Trump. Like, I don't know if he's alive. I don't know.
yep. What up, Mama
It
I
Spider?
reminded me
What
a
forgot.
up?
lot of the Reagan incident.
I know. Hey, Tyler,
Huh?
update or go to Twitter. They do have his name now.
Oh no, this is out of the Guardian. I don't
Oh, oh, oh.
check it, but this is the name
Yeah,
that they're giving.
here's the name.
Shooter and attendee killed in an incident at Trump rally. Butler County District Attorney Richard A. Goldinger has confirmed to the Associated Press that the shooter at Donald Trump at the rally, as well as the attendee, are dead. So I guess the Richard.
Oh, the one behind him that got shot. Because somebody behind him got shot. Oh, man. My bad. I thought they had a name.
Oh, that's crazy.
Goldinger's not the shooter.
I did. I went in there and I was almost crying and was just like, they tried to kill him. Like, of course they're going to try to kill him. I'm actually surprised they ain't tried to kill him before,
Right.
to tell
Hey,
you the truth.
what up
But
to
to
everybody
watch it
joining?
live.
What up to everybody joining Mama S, Rednecks? I saw Heather a minute ago. Anybody who doesn't know, what up, Larry? Everybody who doesn't know, like, Trump is getting
Larry's
Oh,
funny.
Rick and Larry, I love you.
That's just crazy.
Oh, oh,
That
shit.
shit, that shit is actually wild.
Do rags and gold teeth now.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Felon gets shot at and remains calm, Desiree says.
Felon getting shot at and remains calm. He's a G. He's top G status. That's what I'm saying.
Reddit, all the people's.
I don't know about that, Redneck, but Trump's a boss. That's for sure, man. That shit
Definitely.
is wild. So for you guys who haven't seen it, hold up. I'll share. So this is the clip of while it was happening. Let's see. Yep. So this is the clip of while it was happening. I'll share this real quick first. What up, Loki?
Hey, how you doing, lads?
What up?
Interesting day, man. I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, what happened over there today is fucking completely alien to me. And like I said over on Neff's this channel, then it took a fucking Democrat point blank range to kill Abe, and it took a Democrat to try and fucking kill Trump. If this ain't history repeating itself, I don't know what is.
Well, I'll tell you this. It had to be a Democrat because he can't aim worth the shit, apparently.
Yeah, they can't fucking shoot for shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and a Republican would have aimed better, shot better, and probably not been in the area. He would have sniped from,
No, a Republican
higher
would have
ground.
walked up and smacked somebody in the fucking face, hands first.
Yep. That's crazy. Is Richard Simmons actually dead? That's Richard Simmons.
That's what
I
they're
remember
saying
seeing
in
that
the
dude
chat.
everywhere when I was younger. That's
They
wild.
said Heather said Richard Simmons and Dr. Ruth both passed away today or recently.
So here's the clip of the rally for everybody who missed it. This is when
Chart's
it
a couple of
happened.
months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Yeah, they killed him dead. The guy that shot at him.
So definitely a fair few shots right there. But to the other side of it, let me see. Yeah, I'll have to. I mean, in that.
It sounded like about 10 to 15 shots, but like I said, they went in like there was 2 shots, and then there was like 4 shots, 6 shots, and then the way it sounded to me from listening to that clip, man, it was probably 2 shots got off toward Trump, and then the rest were aimed at the guy shooting.
Right. So here's the other side of it. I'm gonna mute this shit because we don't need to hear ABC News's opinion. But look at this fucking boss right here. Look at this. Hold up. My man gets up right here. Now hold up. Pause. Because my man comes out. Look at this. Fist up. Fuck you to security. We fighting,
Letting
man.
everybody know.
Like, that's a G shot, okay? Like
Yeah, if
that
that's not a
picture.
fucking leader, then I don't know what is.
I mean, I'm just saying. I saw this shit. I was inspired by it. And y'all know I've never been the biggest fan of Trump, but like that's some. I don't know. I'm looking for who else in the race is gonna be that much of a man about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Heather said it was also reported that
chair right to Donald Trump's fucking feet right there.
Heather also said in the
that he
chat.
loses now as if it's rigged.
And Heather also said in the chat that when he got up, he wanted his shoes. He wanted to
Did he
make sure he had his shoes.
Did he actually? Or is that a
Yeah,
Mhm.
he
joke?
said he wanted his shoes.
Is that a
Said, "Get my
joke
Yeah,
about
shoes."
how Heather lost
that's
her
being
shoes?
reported on the news that he ended up searching for his shoes because when he got shot, he fell and apparently fell out of his shoes.
That's that's great.
When you get
Yeah,
shot and still have time to look for your shoes.
I'm just saying
Mhm.
that's man mode, dog. Like that's man mode.
Like I said, it reminds me of the Reagan assassination attempt because Reagan did about the same thing. You
Yeah.
know, did a fist in the air as they put him in the car, having
Reagan
been
was
shot, and then he cracked jokes all the whole time on the stretcher going into the hospital and everything else.
Like I
Reagan was
said, it's
also a
history
man.
repeating itself. Too many people
Mhm.
forgot about it or tried to rewrite it.
That shit is crazy, man.
Yep.
Let me pin this over on YouTube. I didn't pin the link for you guys, but anybody who wants to join the stream, I think I've already got it pinned on YouTube. If you guys are
Yeah, you
jumping
have.
in, want to get up, want to have the conversation, whatever the case may be, all you got to do is jump your own in here. But it's pinned on YouTube, and in just a second, it'll also be pinned on Twitch. There we go. Yeah, this shit is crazy, man.
I've been seeing on YouTube as well. So many fucking people like who was left wing pundits are jumping ship straight over to
Well,
either independent or to the right. Don't know
yeah,
if
but
it's a grift or not, but still.
I got a text. Hold on, I gotta see if this is real. Because if this shit is real, this is insane. Hold on.
And Dustin Green, if you have the time and want to, you can hit the link and join us from phone or computer. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm on here from my phone. I'm looking at the chat through my laptop. Well, from the iPad.
It's just like the link we use for the interview. It's just a different platform.
Everybody's going to be going live through this now.
Well, so
But,
I was gonna be going live anyway. I was probably just
I've
gonna
been
do it
waiting
a
for your
little bit
community
later.
live.
But because my I always do the community streams on Saturday evenings and stuff. Well, usually do. I haven't in a couple of weeks because of everything being a little bit busy. But
Mm-hmm.
bro, so they've updated it now. It looks like
Mm-hmm.
so I can't show it to you guys. Literally CNN was running. I have a screenshot on my phone. CNN was running the headline of Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're gonna downplay the
Oh
shooting
my
because they know
god.
they're gonna get blamed for it.
How the
That's
fuck can you
insane.
paint such a blatantly false narrative? Defund the media.
Exactly, bro. I'm saying I've been saying that shit for years now. Like, fucking the media is the biggest enemy that we have in the world, man.
And this only happened because the
Mm-hmm.
fucking media pushed the people, fearmongered them to do something.
Let's see
Like
where'd you send me that video at, Desiree? I'll pull it up. Get to digging, Heather. What is life with the
Right.
bot? Oh, the bot's just translating messages between YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. CNN running that he fell. That's insane. Said
how can you
possible
fall when you got a
fireworks heard
fucking bullet
noise.
hole in your ear?
What up, my co-conspirator? How are you today, good sir?
Hello, friend. How goes it?
What's up, Nancy?
But I will have to say, it's one of those things. It's like, look, did I like Obama? No. Do I like Joe Biden? Hell, motherfucking no. But do I think that they should, you have a right to go take a gun and blast their head
No,
off? Hell no.
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 Yeah.
that's
No.
pure evil.
I will
Yep.
say I gotta say I firmly endorse Nappy's to-do list right there. That is a very solid and ambitious stance to take right now.
I can't see it.
Well, if you were
It's too
watching
small
it
for me.
before the clips, he was talking about how he did not have to be doing this.
Right?
And we all know that he doesn't. Like any sane person. So yeah, maybe he's a little crazy, but any sane person that's a billionaire after doing everything that they have done to him the last almost 8 years now, because since he put his name in not in 16, this is what we're doing, and he continues to do it. If that doesn't say that he loves this country, I don't know what fucking does. I
Amen.
really don't know.
Amen.
Nope.
And if what
Because
happened
I
today
don't love this
doesn't meet,
country that much to be freaking putting my
if
kids
what
and
happened today
myself
doesn't
and
point out to the fact that they are scared of him, then I don't
Oh,
know
that's
what does.
exactly what it points to. They're deathly afraid. They're shaking in their boots. They tried to get him on 34 felony counts of whatever the fuck charges. They still haven't said what they were. And
No,
they couldn't do that. The fucking Supreme Court overturned it, or whoever the fuck it was. And so what other option do they have? They have to try to fucking murder him.
this is all fine and well, but let's not ignore the fact, guys. Trump is rich. He doesn't have to deal with any of this shit. My man could be chilling. He's old enough to be retired. He could be retired, enjoying
living
He
in
his
the
wealth.
loves this
Mediterranean and
country too
doing
much.
nothing. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
fucking looking at tits and ass and whatever,
And,
you know?
and grabbing it.
And grabbing it. Yep.
Grabbing
I was
her
gonna
by the
say.
pussy.
Pussy. Yep.
Like the old saying goes, you cut out somebody's tongue, it's not a demonstration of your power, it's just because you're scared of what he might
Yep.
say.
Yeah. I don't know. My man was a G. Like I said,
Oh,
I've
straight
had
up.
y'all have all heard I've had a lot of criticisms about Trump over the years, all that. But the fact is, like my man took the G card today.
Yep.
Eddie
Mhm.
Bourgeois. How you doing, Eddie? Eddie says the shooter is dead. Good. Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
what they're reporting.
Out in the video.
here's the thing. This is what people have forgotten. If you're gonna do dumb things, you get dumb prizes. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like if you're gonna be a dumbass and try to
Well,
shoot the
and
man that's running
let's
for
be
president, you
fair.
get shot.
Let's be fair. Whoever did it knew that it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was suicide. They knew that they were not going to
They
come out of
should
this
have.
alive. They
They
had to
should
know
have.
that. And if they didn't, well, another dead or stupid
But
ass bites the dust. Like,
disease plagues these people's minds. They are without logic and reason, the people that do things like this.
They've been pushed
I mean,
to
it's the definition of FAFO.
Yeah.
They've been pushed to this because the media has
Yep.
drilled fear
So
into them for 8 years solid, more.
12 at this point.
Yeah.
I want to check this out real quick.
but guys,
Desiree,
I don't know what size. They said it was a small caliber, so it could have been like a
It
Yeah.
little
was at least a
22.
9
It was
millimeter.
Like
You
they
look at the
could have
size of
shoved
the
that
bullet
up their
hole, it's at
twat or
least a
their
9 mil.
ass. There's easy ways
Oh,
to
and,
get guns
and
into
Alpha,
people. Like,
Mises
huh?
did a short on it too.
Yeah, I already watched that one. I haven't seen
Mm-hmm.
this one yet though.
Okay.
All right, so let me see what Adam said.
Just shot Trump. They cannot beat him. Now they're trying to. They just shot him. Look at this. He's okay by the looks of this next video. This is why I'm voting for this man. Look at this next video. Wait.
Boss mode. Look at my man though.
You heard him yell, wait. So that
This
he
man
could get up
just
and do
got
that.
shot at.
Ugh.
He's clearly bleeding from the ear. In the midst of all that chaos, he says, hold on. Fight. Let's fight. Let's go. You guys, this is no joke. They just shot Trump. They cannot beat him. Now they're
Yeah, that's it. Restarting. Yeah.
Yep.
so, and what's really, but hold up, what's really going to be sad now is that we are all, I mean, we're in the times where it's about to get to that wild, wild west shit. And if the cause of insurrection, even though he's not he's a former president, but inciting violence, because we ain't going to play with this shit anymore. Like, you just literally tried to kill our president. That ain't cool. Whoever
Well,
you are.
right. I mean, really. So a friend of mine called me right after, probably like 5-10 minutes after it happened, and he was saying this really feels like when Franz Ferdinand was assassinated, that kicked off World War I to him. And honestly, the only thing that I can think of is it does kind of feel like that is the final shot toward a civil war. I'm not saying the civil war is popping off, but I think for a long time we've been already in the feeling stages of a civil war in America. I know I'm turning into Tim Pool right now, but I'm not doing it intentionally. But like really for a long time we have been in the opening phases, or what feels like the opening phases of a civil war in America. And that was maybe the first shot, you know what I'm saying? Something changed right there, because here's the thing, man. What, Reagan, I think, was the last president that really got shot at.
Yep.
He got shot. No, he got shot. He didn't
He
get
got
shot at.
shot.
He got
No.
hit.
I'm aware of that,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I'm saying he was
yeah.
the last president that was even shot at. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Bush got
No,
the
well,
shoe thrown at him.
yeah. I started saying because there was a shooter that got into Obama, but they never got to him.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they caught him beforehand.
For sure. No, but that's crazy, man. This is historic. Like absolutely, I think it's historic. I think 100%, man.
Well, and I
We're
want to tell.
watching an escalation to America's next
You're
civil
watching
war. What
history
up, Vet?
repeat itself.
Yeah.
Because this is what I told Ashley. Ashley texted me and said, well, this just ensures that he'll get elected. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. This doesn't assure anything. And we still have a long time until November. And unless he goes into hiding, which he's not going to, he's going to be, he's had a target on his back. And until he's in that White House, and even when he's in the White House, he still has a target on his back. So this is not over.
My
This is not over.
my man is not gonna go into hiding. My man, I saw it got
he's
up
gonna
after
take
being
this.
shot at. He gonna be running with this. He gonna
No.
shove it down people's
The
throats.
Democrats tried to shoot me. They couldn't take me out. They tried to jail me. They couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Fuck
Right.
that. Hey.
But I'm just
The
saying,
only thing
let's
that I
not call
fear,
this a victory. Let's
the
not
only
call
thing I
this a
fear out
point.
of this, the only thing I fear out of this is somebody going ahead and being a whack job and trying to do the same thing to Biden and claim that they're a Republican so that the media can fuel that divide fire and
Yeah.
create an actual civil war.
You already know that the fucking left-wing news anchors are going to be painting. Oh, it was an inside job. It was just to try and get his votes up. They're all going to try and paint that shit. That's what they
Well,
do.
I mean, CNN is already reporting that
Yeah, they're just saying he fell over.
he fell on stage and was rushed off and said nothing about a shooter, and are running with also the possibility of it with fireworks in the crowd.
The fuck
my
it was. You
God.
can literally see the puff of shit come out the
Oh, I
backside.
know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that this is what CNN is already running with, and some of the
disgusting.
other news sources that are left leaning.
Well, yeah, I sent Tyler a screenshot of one of the things that CNN had put out. It literally says, Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
why did he fall? Go on,
Yeah.
tell me
I
that.
mean, and honestly, he didn't fall. He
No, they
got
tackled him down.
I mean, you
Yeah.
look at him, it's not like he went glonk. I mean, he was like, oh shit, I just got hit. I need to hit the deck. I mean,
No, yeah,
From
you
what,
hit the deck straight
he
away.
didn't
also,
fall.
from what I heard from people that watched it, is it looked like he pointed at whoever it was and turned, and that's why he didn't get shot center mass forehead.
Yeah, because that was literally an inch away from taking his life.
Mm-hmm.
What you put in the general
And
chat?
even if it
Pop
didn't
that
hit
up.
Trump, that could have hit one of his supporters. That could have hit a random bystander.
They fired at
And there was
least 8
multiple
rounds.
shots.
And the last
Exactly,
couple were like,
Roxy. I want to say that you're correct. Like the Secret Service behind him or to his left side pushed him down. Like he
Yeah,
didn't
and
go
they're
down on his
reporting
own
that the
accord.
shooter is dead. So the multiple shots you heard, some came from the shooter, and the rest probably came from security or Secret Service or whatever shooting the shooter dead.
Y'all, did y'all see that fucking like ninja freaking Spider-Man sniper on the stage where he's all in all kinds of stuff, just like oh with that damn big old gun? That was crazy. That was crazy.
Should
Oh, you
totally
know
pop
he's going to
that
ride
video
this
up.
gravy train with multiple biscuit wheels now all the way to the election. And I don't fucking blame him.
Yeah.
They might as well have mailed that fucking ballad right to his doorstep.
Oh yeah. No, like my man MVP status right now. Like we just
If,
rallied the masses, okay?
if anybody
Yeah,
don't
when
think the
when
hood's going to back Trump now, because he's in that gang shit today,
Hey,
they're going to back him
when
all
it
the
gets
way.
out when it gets out what happened and why, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that decide that they're going to vote Trump instead of anything
Like, you
else.
well,
watch
we
how
gotta
many
figure out
gangster
who did
rappers
it.
start jumping on it now. Like Trump's a
hmm
gangster, he's pinning that
That's,
shit.
Desiree just sent me a screenshot. It's already
hmm
on Wikipedia. Additionally, 3 presidents have been injured in attempted assassinations: Theodore Roosevelt, Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump. It's that shit's already on Wikipedia, y'all.
Damn right.
Yeah, something else.
Who
If
knows
I
in a
remember
way to
correctly,
the
that
internet
when
because
the threat on Obama was quelled, they said that it broke a curse that every, I think it was 8 years, there was an assassination attempt on a president, or
No,
maybe
that's
it was
way
every
too
10,
frequently,
something
my
like that.
man. Like that's still way too frequently. We have not. The fact
That's
is, we
completely
have not
alien to me,
had that
that.
many assassination attempts in America.
Got a video of the shooter. Relatively speaking, it's only for a couple frames, but you can see them getting dragged out by police.
Does it say "dead bitch" over their head?
Oh, they're definitely dead. You can see blood all over them.
Good. Like honestly, like good.
Yeah,
The media is fan the flames so much
that
that
is
people are willing
literally
to throw their life
instantaneous
away
karma.
to kill a president.
Let's go though. I'm not throwing this one up because
Nah,
it's
yeah,
probably a little too
too bad.
graphic for YouTube's taste, but let's fucking go, man.
is
Yeah,
it a
share it in
dude?
the Discord so everyone can see it that joins the Discord.
Bro, I like how they carried him so unceremoniously too. Like
Yep.
they carried
Just
that man like a
like a
trash
piece of
bag.
garbage that he
Yeah,
actually is. Yep.
yep.
Like you
hmm
would drag a drunk person.
I'm here for
Yep.
it. Let's go. Fuck him.
They should have just been thrown right into a fucking
Bro,
dumpster.
and here's the thing, like same energy. If this shit had happened to Biden and
Mhm.
that dude got killed too, I would have said the same thing.
Yep.
Like fuck him, piece
Yep.
of shit. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
irrelevant. That's some shit you don't do. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
Yep.
I
that
mean,
shit right there, like that. Fuck that guy.
it's literally an attack on what our country stands for. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't
hmm
matter if it's a former president, even if they're not running. Like maybe they serve both of their terms and someone tries to kill them down the line. That is still absolutely unacceptable. It's an assault on America as a fucking fundamental
So
idea because they
It's
led the
also
fucking country.
it's also why presidents when they get out of office still get
Yep.
security details from the Secret
Mhm.
Service.
They're still called Mr.
so,
President too.
hmm
so there was on Twitter the white people humor. Liberals hired a hitman from Timu. The memes
hmm
are crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. Like,
Who
he
the fuck
got
is
50
Chatty
cents. Say
Fatty?
get rich or die
The amount
trying, and it's Trump on
the
freaking
amount
50
of memes
cents.
that are gonna come out from him raising his fist after getting shot is unbelievable. They're gonna have him like Terminator Trump.
All right,
Oh man,
pause with me for just a second while we find out who Chatty Fatty is. Who are you, dog?
It's me, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Ah,
I'm
What's going
chatty
up, dog?
fatty. What's going on?
the
What?
memes are hilarious.
Bro, what's your take on this shit? What do you think about this shit, Larry?
We want to
I
know
think
the black man's
it
perspective.
sucks, man.
Damn,
Because
Tater.
like
Damn.
I've never been a Trump hater because Trump used to hang out with the rappers back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So like I've never been a Trump hater. So like I think it's kind of crazy for anybody to try to take an attempt at a president's or a candidate's life is just crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just
I mean,
it's
it's the
fucking crazy.
coward way out of not being able to win. You know what I'm saying? It's like the
Right.
cheating way out, except for the ultimate, like,
Who
Jesus.
was it? And who was it a minute ago that said, like, man should have 1,000% known too. Like,
Me,
you're
I
gonna,
said,
yeah,
you're
you're gonna
fixing to
die.
get bop, 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 all up in your ass. And if you
Right.
don't get shot back, you don't think those people in the crowd ain't fixing to beat the shit out of you? Shit.
Exactly.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
Something's
just
that's
gonna
like going
happen.
into a fucking Hells Angels
Hey,
match and
Reese
saying
said that they shot
banditos for the win.
You ain't
they
getting
killed
out
him.
of
Huh?
that shit alive. And if you
Nope.
thought
They
that,
killed him.
well, natural
my man.
selection at its best.
My man. Larry just came in here to say, nah, man, like I always been good with Trump. Like we get
Larry
Larry,
popped in to say,
Larry,
yeah, the hood back Trump. The hood back Trump.
Larry came in here to clear that Secret Service investigation off his trail. He like, nah, we good. I got an alibi.
But he made a good point. And I've said it,
Oh
we've
hell
said
yeah.
it.
No,
Like
everybody.
everybody loved freaking Trump. They rapped about being Trump, wanting to be Trump. I mean, everybody loved Trump. And then all of a sudden, he's a racist, bigot, freaking
well,
xenophobe, homophobe, all kinds of shit.
well,
Tell
that
you, you
that
know
was
why?
that was perpetrated by the Democrats because he jumped ship and became a Republican to run
Yeah,
against.
but that's also bad
Uh,
on the damn rappers and shit that they all know who they, again, for Snoop and all of them sitting there being
Yo.
against Trump. So fuck the
Yeah,
damn rappers.
they wanted to keep their position of power, and because
mhm,
the media, this thing they're in is run by lefties, you
Well,
have
it
to
goes
say
to
that
right
show
shit.
you
now.
really ain't got
Hmm.
On the
balls.
come
See,
up, you back a gangster. When you're in there, you back the fucking elite.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. On the come up, you back success, you back the successful. Once you make it, you just bow down to whoever going to keep you on top. That's what it
Yeah,
comes down to.
and you
Yep.
know why I like Ice T so much as well. Ice T, he said
'Cause I see was
during
a
his
fucking
election, he said,
gangster.
Hmm.
you don't have to like him, but you have to respect his gangster because he went in that White House like a fucking gangster.
Oh hell yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
Yep.
exactly what Ice T said in an interview.
Bro, my man went into it. My man is the first president in history who downgraded his living situation to become president. Like whether
Yup.
you like him or not, like 100%, my man walked away from his fucking penthouses, mansions, and all that shit to go to like. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than my house, but like that shit, the White House was a downgrade for homie. And like he ain't getting to be involved with any of his business shit. He got to do it like 100%. How you can look at Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, how you can look at him and think he became president for any motivation beside like wanting to help America is crazy to me because
Yeah.
well,
the man did not benefit from it. It's not like he got hated for it. His brand got tarnished for it. He got
and
drug into
he's the only
all this bullshit.
president that actually lost. What is it called? Gross or his, like what he's worth,
Net
then
worth.
gained.
Net worth.
Because everybody else did not. We're not millionaires or what? Well,
No,
He's
he
maybe
paid
also
he
one of
paid
the
his
only
own way.
presidents
saying,
that
but
I
they
know
walked
of.
away.
He's also
They paid
one of
his
the
own
only
way.
presidents I know of that cashed in on at least 85 to 95% of his campaign promises. He did what he said he did as much as he could.
And just think about it, Jay. If and that is also fighting the other
Hmm.
side nonstop and fighting two
Right.
impeachments and doing all of
Yep.
that, and he still got shit done.
Yeah.
And he
So
didn't
Not to
cause any
mention was
wars.
nominated for
And he didn't
two,
cause
not
any
one, but two
wars.
Nobel Peace Prizes.
So reminder to everybody too, because the chat, like the conversation stays a little hefty in the stream. You
Chill.
guys are more than welcome to stay in the chat, and I try to include like comments from the chat and everything. But if you guys want to be a part of the discussion, the best way is to click the link that's pinned at the top in YouTube and Twitch. Pro
And
Reactor says his
I will agree,
ego,
his ego. He has a huge ego, but
but
you know,
I don't think that's why he ran for president, though. Come on now, welcome back, Larry.
Let me
But
say
you
this as well. When you've got ex-mob bosses backing your presidency, you know you're a boss.
Oh yeah,
My ex-mafia bosses who have done time and now coming out backing Trump. That's gangster.
Amen, Desiree.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
yeah, I should just
Would have
keep
done more.
oh, for sure.
My man fighting the connection to stay on in here.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, you don't have to like him. You don't even have to vote for him. You know, it's like,
You have to
but to
respect his
sit here and
gangster.
to say that he did not help this country policy wise, I'm not going to sit here and say social wise as far as climates, whatever. But that's just because people have just again hate him so much, and I'm like, why do people hate him so much? I
Because
don't
he
get it.
says mean things, but that's what we need. Is we need a
But
president that'll say mean things at the right time
Yo,
and get people to back down when we need them to.
pause though. I'm not gonna throw up Nappy's last one just in case it's not actually the shooter. But like for real, that caption on it, like kill that piece of shit.
Yep.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like fuck this shit. Look, welcome to America, y'all. We yell, we're loud, we have guns and
we're
shit like that. We
proud.
don't use those fucking guns to kill motherfuckers that are running for president, dog. Like that shit's whack. That shit's
I'm
whack.
As your
waiting for
resident
somebody.
lobsterback, I will say that is very true.
I'm waiting for somebody to get the picture of Trump raising his fist and put the caption, "I'm not quite dead yet."
Okay, I have to say too, yesterday, Joe Biden tweeted out, "I banned assault weapons once. When I'm reelected, I'm gonna do it again." Why would he tweet that?
Bitch, first of all, assault weapons
But
is not a category.
but how
Assault weapons.
Mm-hmm.
can
No,
he?
no, no,
If
no.
he's
Pause,
already
pause, pause,
done it,
pause.
how can he redo it?
Pause
Like,
though.
make
No,
that sense.
exactly.
Here's
Oh, okay,
here's the thing. I
okay,
challenge any single
okay.
person, one person in the chat, on the stream, it doesn't matter. Somebody give me a definition for assault weapons, please.
Every weapon is an assault weapon. Anything. It's not just a one thing.
Everything.
Everything.
If I'm coming at you with it, this is an assault water bottle, okay? I guarantee you I can hit you hard enough and in the right spot on your body to fucking kill you with a water bottle.
Yup.
Yep. They use the word assault to make it seem scary, so people will let their rights be taken away.
Fear mongering. Fear mongering.
Thing to address it? Nah. Let's see. A weapon that can be fired simultaneously without reason. No, that is the definition of an automatic weapon, sir. That is not an assault weapon.
Right.
And if that is the definition you want to sit on for an assault weapon, then people have got then we got to stop coming at semi-automatic rifles.
Leave the AR-15s alone.
Yep, the AR-15 is semi-automatic. You still have to pull the trigger each time you want a bullet to fire.
What?
Yep. Brandon
Every
Herrera
weapon
did a
that's
whole
been
video
held
on it.
in the entirety of history is an assault weapon. I've got multiple on my walls right now. Swords, axes, morning stars, everything. Is that class an assault weapon?
The AK,
Bro, if it's ranged like a throwing star, it's an AR-15.
My man says AR-15s and the AR-47 are assault weapons. Hold on, pause. I want to demonstrate something that'll probably go against terms of service on Twitch.
It's not against terms of service to show the firearm if you do it in a not respectful, but a responsible manner, and don't discharge it.
Well, luckily, I can't discharge it because it's not going to be loaded. So let me clarify. This is unloaded. There is no magazine.
This is for educational purposes only.
No magazine, so everyone can see. There's no way that this weapon can fire anything. We're going to go ahead and go right here. There's nothing loaded into this rifle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely empty. Now, watch this. Watch. So you understand that when you pull the trigger, that causes the mechanism up in here, the bolt, to carry a rifle or a round through and then reload a new round. Yes? For it to be fully automatic, I have to be able to pull this trigger and it will keep discharging rounds.
Yeah.
It stops right there. You heard the one click and it stops. It will not continue. No matter how many more times I pull, it will not continue to fire. It needs a new round entered in it. This weapon is not an automatic rifle. It does not fit your alleged criteria of what an assault rifle would be. It is not an assault rifle. It's a semi-automatic rifle. That means every time you pull the trigger, you will get one bullet.
But it's still technically an assault rifle. It just doesn't fit a fully automatic definition of an assault rifle.
Well, that's because an assault rifle is
show you.
not a real thing.
Yeah, well,
Is that an assault weapon? Is that an assault weapon?
Yes, it
Yeah.
can be. If you assault someone with it, it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Assault my damn internet in a minute. Be out for some.
What up, Larry? How you feel about assault rifles? That's what we're on right now. Can you tell me what an assault rifle is? Because I'm waiting for somebody to give me a real definition.
I got one. I know what an assault rifle is.
Okay.
You know, you got the bugs. You go on the Amazon. You get the gun that shoots the rocks out. That's an assault rifle.
Hey, you assaulting the shit out of them bugs.
I thought it was like what you put fight on and walty. That's what an assault.
You put salt on a gun, it becomes an assault rifle.
Now, the funny thing is, while we're doing gun education courses, I want to point out the firing mechanism. Just so everybody understands, the firing mechanism in this is exactly the same as the firing mechanism in this. So, if one's going to be banned, the other has to be banned.
Tyler, can I jump into semantics here? No weapon is an assault weapon without somebody wanting to assault somebody with that weapon.
That's the key. That's the truth. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Like, you put a gun on a table, a sword on a table, that's not going to stab anybody, that's not going to shoot anybody.
Well,
The person grabbing it, who has the intent to do that, well, now it becomes an assault weapon.
I think, too, we need to first define assault. Okay, a physical attack. That's fair.
I know assault rifles are illegal in Florida.
But what's an assault rifle?
I don't really know. I know it's a shooter gun.
I'll tell you what an assault rifle actually is. An assault rifle is a gun from Halo.
True.
That's literally all it is. In the real world, an assault rifle does not exist.
Yeah, because I know that, like, I met a Russian guy in Jacksonville that was telling me about, he could sell those guns in America. He was from Russia. He was telling me that he was able to sell them in Florida. You know what I'm saying? The AR-15s.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, Russia, they make them guns, boy.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Russian guns. I'm not gonna lie. I am a big fan of Russian guns.
Yeah, they're fucking sleek, bro. The PPSH is gnarly as shit.
I mean, personally, my favorite gun. I think people have heard me say this over and over and over. My favorite gun is the AK, hands down.
It's a beautiful weapon, bro.
It's a beautiful weapon. It's reliable as hell. You will not be left without. With a church might be able to tell me what? Church might be able to tell me what an assault rifle is. It doesn't exist.
You
It
you ever watched the movie
Wait,
Lord of War?
World of
Lord of War. It's got Nick
oh
Cage in it.
no, I don't think so.
There's a fucking like a scene in it where he describes the AK, and I think I'm gonna send it to you because I think you'll really like it.
what
I'm sure
most
I will.
people say when most people say assault rifles, and what they're actually trying to say is military grade rifles, but they just don't know the correct terminology.
They use a scary word to make people
hmm
scared.
Look,
It's only a minute, so you
Still,
should probably be able to play it without getting clipped, but I'm not
ever
sure.
since I heard an M4 like up close, I hate guns. They're so loud. And an M60, man,
Did it?
it was like New
Did it
Year's Eve or
assault your
something like that.
ears?
I was like, nah, let me take my ass.
I personally I like guns. I wouldn't say that I'm a gun enthusiast or anything like that, but like I like guns well enough. I'm not obsessed with guns. I just realized that I live in a world where if I don't have guns, I will be fucked over someday.
See, me personally, I don't like guns around me, but I don't mind other people having guns, and that's only because that in my mental state, there's been times where I've thought about, ending it all, and if I had a gun available, I might have. So I don't want them around me um, when I'm in that frame of mind. But I've gone out to the gun range with my brother and shot guns, and they don't bother me.
Here's my assault sword. Is it
Well,
scary?
Jay, to your point there, then I have a question for you. What is the
Okay.
difference between a gun and a pocket knife, a kitchen
It's
knife?
true.
Kitchen knives. Kitchen knives are for cooking. I don't think about cutting myself at all because I'm not into pain,
One
and that's pretty much the difference between gun and knife in that scenario. Is the
You're
gun I
not
feel
guaranteed
would
to
be
get
a
yourself with a
quicker.
gun.
I I
Uh,
like visual aids a lot. At this exact moment, this is more dangerous than this.
Significantly.
I agree, and like I said, I'm not an anti-gunner. I think everybody should own a gun. Mississippi is open carry,
Right,
so
but I'm not saying to that effect. I'm saying like anything can be used to kill oneself. You
true.
shouldn't immediately mentally associate a gun to unlife. I should be more Twitch sensitive. To committing unlife. Um, it's
Right,
all like a mind frame. It's like
right, and
associations and how you do
yeah,
things.
and
But
that's what it all boils down to is how I associate it in my mind as it being easier, easier to do one way than another. It's
It's
also why I
not.
don't like looking at pills and shit too.
Just don't succumb to intrusive thoughts.
It's just as easy. I'm going to tell you that. If you got a gun up close to somebody, they got a knife, you're fucked.
yep, unless you're
Oh
trained
yeah,
to shoot
no,
at somebody
100%.
who's
Yeah,
charging you.
If
yeah.
there's a 6 foot gap and you've got your gun holstered,
I,
a knife attacker will get to
Well,
you
not
first.
even. It's just like an adrenaline fight or flight thing. Most people are not trained to handle the kind of brain response that you need when someone's charging you, even if you've got
Yeah.
a firearm.
yeah. I mean, I
hmm
would disagree for myself,
Well,
but
but you have training.
right.
Yeah,
I mean, the average person.
But that said, personally, I always carry a gun and a knife. So,
yeah. And the other aspect is, I believe anybody that owns a gun could go through gun safety courses, and most do that carry legally.
You have to. You literally have
hmm
to.
Right.
Do you know what would solve a lot of the cases that these presidents want to put forth about guns this, guns that, is vetting gun owners.
okay.
It's more
Okay,
about
but
personal
no.
responsibility in
But
my
pause,
mind.
pause. because I want to ask you a real question though, because this is one thing in the U.S. Some states have adopted red flag laws, and so let me ask you this. Myself, I am a veteran who is diagnosed with things. Under red flag laws, my neighbor could call the police, say that they're concerned that I may be a threat to my family and others, so on and so forth, and should not have guns. Should that be an automatic termination to my gun rights?
No.
No, because you haven't demonstrated any symptoms or actions of such things.
Yeah, mind you, I'm fully trained in how to use firearms. I've had extensive training in several scenarios that are firearm based. I have had firearms for a long time responsibly, never harmed someone unintentionally, so on and so forth. So that's my problem when we come to gun vetting laws. I'm not opposed to gun vetting. I'm opposed to my question is, where do you draw the line? How do you draw the parameters?
I'm more thinking of if a person wants to go and get a gun, they need to be vetted before they're able to purchase that weapon. And it's kind of like driving. I can never drive because I've got epilepsy. I can never drive or have a motorbike because I've got epilepsy. And that's what I'm talking about. You go to a gun owner, you give all your information, your mental illnesses, everything. They should be able to tell you whether you are fit to do it. Whether you are fit to have that.
Biden is talking about it right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Or trying to talk about it.
Who can I watch? Who can I watch stream this that won't clap me?
And I brought up my epilepsy like comparison because if I was to ever get a car and I'm behind the wheel, if I have a seizure, I could kill a family, and that is on me.
What a lot of people don't realize about the U.S. is to buy a gun, you do go through a lot of checklists and have a lot of paperwork and a wait period before you can actually walk out with it.
You see, I don't know the details of how it happens, but it just seems to be a bit prevalent. Either people lying on papers or they're not being looked at enough or thoroughly.
Also, on July 8th, Biden said, "We're done talking about this debate. It's time to put a Trump in a bullseye." Just saying.
Can somebody send me a link to Biden talking about this? Because I cannot find this right now.
He did say that.
If that is not dog whistling to your fucking side to do something, I don't know what is.
Well, bro, they're always inciting violence. Always.
So, Roxy brings up a good point. If you buy from a dealer, you have to go through a background check. Yes. Now, you can go to a gun show without background checks 100%. That's how most people buy guns. And it's up to the state whether or not they require registration. Kentucky, for example, does not require gun registration at all. Even if you buy your gun through a dealer, the only registration that you ever have is that the receipt when you buy it. So, the question becomes where you draw the line. Personally, I err on the side of letting everyone have a gun, because if everyone has a gun, yes, dangerous people will have a gun, but more people are still safe because everyone else around them has a gun. But not everyone agrees on that, and that's fine.
I agree with you on that one, but what you were saying though is that Kentucky is one of the leading states where the gun show loophole comes into effect.
In the UK, post World War One or World War Two, we basically abandoned our rights to have guns.
Yeah,
to
because
to a certain extent, like farmers, they're allowed to have them to protect their land. But
what
there's
a
so
lot of
many on the
people point
street.
to about the gun laws in the U.S. is the gun show loophole, where if you go to like a gun show or a flea market where somebody is selling
Yeah.
guns, then you
Yeah.
can walk out with the gun that day and not have to go through all the paperwork and everything else.
And
Also,
100%, yeah, that's how most people buy guns in Kentucky, I'm pretty sure. So,
Well, but
also, I'd like to.
let's not pretend that the people in the gangs and stuff are not like doing illegal buying
Right. I mean,
purchases or
if
whatever.
you
You know
Oh,
what I'm
black
saying?
market
Like
purchase, yeah.
yeah, in the
they're
80s
not going
we
to
had
the
a
gun
saying.
dealer and getting background checks.
Yeah, in the
So
80s we had a saying: if you outlaw all guns, only outlaws will have guns.
hey,
yeah, there's too many guns in America to actually get
But
rid
I
of.
was
No.
quick question though.
Hmm.
Somebody said that Biden was live talking about this.
yes.
Can
So
somebody send me a link?
it was on ABC. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it'll get. He's already. It was very quick. I will have to say, though, I don't like him. He actually did seem. He didn't stubble his words today. So he did say that there was no place for this kind of violence. So I
Good
mean,
for him.
I will have to say he did, condemn it and said it was not
I'd
cool.
like to ask the
So.
question
Well,
as
what
well. Do you
else
know?
is he gonna
Well,
say?
I mean, I know, but they
Come
didn't have
on.
to send him out too. I mean, he actually didn't look like a blundering idiot like he has been. So, but when he walks off that real straight, like
Yeah, they just shot him up with
like
fucking 200
robot
cc's of
almost.
And
amphetamines.
you
That's
see, when you
probably
say
why.
that, Tater, how many times has he rehearsed that line in the mirror after he gave that fucking dog whistle to the people to put Trump in his sight or whatever he said?
All right, I found it right here.
And
Oh,
also, I'd like to
I
ask the.
mean, like I
I,
said, I'm not condemn.
oh
Yeah,
no,
he's not
I
going to go up
understand.
Yeah.
there and say it,
I
but I'm
understand where
just
you're coming
saying
from.
he did. He
Right.
was very. He sounded pretty lively tonight.
All right,
So.
let me hear this.
Warning that there is heightened alert across the country
Yeah, we
following
don't
this
care
pop
about
out
you,
of an
bro.
abundance tower connection to New York at this time. Here comes President Biden. Let's listen.
All the agencies in the federal government as to the situation based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have.
My man had a brain reset right there, and y'all told me he looks better
Yeah,
than
that's
ever.
what I'm saying. Well,
Well,
yes, this is
well,
better than ever.
I
Got a
said
high ceiling.
he was quite lively. I didn't say there was no bosses, but I wasn't really hearing everything because y'all were
I'm
talking too.
I'm
So
I'm I'm being mean. I'm being mean. Let's go.
Did you see that link that I sent you?
Which one?
It's in the private chat. Just it's
Also,
the best
there was a
tweet I
question
would ever
posed on
would ever.
Nefarious's channel earlier. Are people at the rallies searched for
There's
yeah,
anything?
they're supposed to
yeah.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
From
what
what
I'm
I
saying. How did
There's
someone
understand,
get in
security.
there? How did someone get in
Oh,
there
Bro,
with a gun there?
there's some
baby,
crazy guns these days, okay? Like
and
there's
there
some
True.
and there's
And it
people
was
that
only a
know
small one
people
by the
that'll try
sounds
to
of it.
get past without being searched and stuff like that. It
and
happens
again,
at
like he
every kind
could have
of
put it in his.
event.
He could have put it up his ass. Like we don't.
Hmm.
yeah.
We know
True.
it's a
Them
small
lefties are
caliber
in some
gun.
weird shit.
And it could have actually been because they don't have to be metal. So a metal
Yeah.
detector with these new 3D guns and shit, they don't have metal parts.
Right.
Yeah.
Does the shooter look like a twink who got pegged? That's the biggest question. Because then he could
Uh
definitely fit a gun up his
he
ass.
looked real floppy in the clip I saw of him. All right, let's go.
Detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to get, if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line
drugs
is
are wearing off.
the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that there's thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay? I don't know enough to, I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So.
What else could it have been?
Was an assassination attempt. Nah.
What else could it have been?
Nah.
Jack just got here and asked what happened to Trump.
Well, if you don't know, dude, yes, it's really true. It's been a fucking crazy afternoon.
Yep. He's in the hospital. He's fine.
An assassination
I'm not a
attempt.
fan of Biden, but or even the left. I'm just not a fan of them. But again, we all have to compromise and say this is not right. Whether
No, it
it's
isn't.
our camp or their camp or whatever, you cannot do violence. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
Right, but I also guarantee you the left starts trying to do more gun laws because of it.
Well, but we also know that the damn gun laws, you can put all the laws you want in and it ain't gonna do no good. So whatever.
Oh, I know.
So Heather sent me this. So I'm not sure where this is from at all, but it looks like she copied and pasted it to me. An eyewitness to the shooting told the BBC he saw the gunman on a roof and tried to alert the Secret Service and police. Quote, "We noticed a guy bear crawling up to the roof and the building beside us 50 feet away from us," the man told the BBC. We're pointing at the guy. You could clearly see him with a rifle. We were pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We were like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm pointing at the roof, and next thing I know, 5 shots rang out. He was up there for 3 or 4 minutes. We were telling the police we were pointing at him for the Secret Service. End quote. Asked if he saw what happened to the shooter, the man replied, they blew his head off. The Secret Service blew his head off. So, I mean, dub there, but if somebody was running around telling the Secret Service that guy was up there, like, that's fucked, man. Hold up. Oh, so I think Desiree actually just sent me a link to the video that guy talking.
You see, these are the kind of opinions that make people think, is this an inside job? What's that guy planning?
Well, but the thing is, if it is, like, who's an inside job by?
If they can't character assassinate him by putting him in jail, then they'll try and kill him publicly.
And it says here, too, Secret Service task counter assault teams to all vantage points on rooftops being the most obvious. Counter assault teams are outsourced professionals. Unlikely they make mistakes. Even B team tasked to cover Trump. Glaring error or intentional overlook confirmed with former CA team organizer and trainer. So it's like they were supposed to be on these rooftops, and yet somehow.
Right. So let's peep this real quick. Let me see this.
Let's be honest, though. If it was an inside job, they wouldn't have failed. I'm just saying.
Right. I don't know.
I mean, but also too, if you watch Trump, like he moved, it's like one of those, like he moves just barely, like.
Yeah, but
they hesitated just, and he moved, or again, who knows, divine intervention. Because at first, it looked like he had a wound to his head. It looked like his like there was a bullet hole in his head.
Oh, his
And
ear
I
got
have
fucked.
watched people, and I know y'all have too, get shot in the fucking head. And if it's just a 22, you know, it's a
All right.
small caliber that he
Yeah,
could be,
your head
you know,
bleeds a lot regardless.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like I'm just
Especially
saying,
your
like
ears.
he could still got up and walked and done
Let
stuff
me.
and it not affect him until a little bit later.
I can't wait to
And
hear Trump's
also,
fucking response to
I,
this. He's gonna be
also
like,
one
"They
thing I
tried to
want
kill
to
me,
point
but
out.
I'm
bro,
so awesome."
next Trump rally is gonna be lit as fuck.
Doug
Oh, yeah.
said I
it
have the
And
is.
Let
strongest
me just
ears
say
they've ever
this:
seen.
I also have
the
a point.
brainwashed masses and Hollywood seem to think that Trump is like Homelander. They just proved his fucking point because he's bulletproof.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
Even
point I
50
want to make
Cent
is
tweeted out something like that.
one point I want to make also is you got to take eyewitness testimony with a grain of salt because some people just say shit to get on TV and be famous.
yeah. The other
Yeah, okay,
point is
but when
on the
y'all said
inside
that
job.
y'all watched them dragging him out. Number one, did he have a fucking full head? And number two, was it look like he was being dragged out of a building or was he on the ground?
So you can't see his head. He's definitely on the ground, but you can't see his head.
Right.
Well, think if it was an inside job though, right? And it was like one of these things where they planned to miss just to make the Trump fans outraged to try
Bro,
to go after Biden,
hold
right?
on though, because pause. Really think about this. Plan to miss, but hit the fucking ear. That's a small margin of error. Okay,
Hey,
like
bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if it was an inside
No,
job, those people don't miss.
the shot,
People are that fucking good
the
that they can
shot
shoot
is
off
far,
somebody's ear.
bro. Hold on. Here's a link that shows where the shooter was, from an aerial view. This is
Mhm.
a long shot to make.
How many meters?
It's at
oh,
least a
that's a
football
long
field,
way.
bro.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's a long way.
That's all. That's
You have to
not
be a
that
fucking
far,
pro to
bro.
do that.
No, that's like
When you
300
factor in
meters most.
wind, when you factor in movements, like,
What
and
kind of gun
bro,
was
he
it?
hit
Do
right
we
next
know?
to the fucking temple. Like he
It was
was.
reported as low caliber, like a
Yeah,
22.
that's probably a 22.
No,
Who the
it was
fuck
Yeah, I
think I
think
definitely
you're
can
bigger
kill
right.
than a
somebody with
22.
a
I think that's what it was, a
22?
No, it
22.
was definitely bigger than a 22. Look at the bullet hole in his ear.
Well, no, what I'm
I need to
saying
look at
though is
this.
they
Hold up.
reported on the news that it was a low
It was a
caliber.
low caliber, but
So
that doesn't mean like I'm
let's
just going by what the news said.
let's watch this video real quick. Let me see this.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently. BBC
Hell yeah, dude. I watched that movie. It's dope as fuck.
Mhm.
It's everything I wanted it to be and more.
Let me skip this.
Godzilla.
I'll watch it
So we
tonight.
walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
I think this is what Heather
You
sent
clearly
me.
see him with a rifle.
Mhm.
Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him up the stage? I'm
He's got a
standing there
big old
pointing
fat
at
dip
him
in too.
for,
That's a real Trump fan.
2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at
It's
that
probably
roof,
Grizzly.
just standing there like this.
Wintergreen
And
for sure.
next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up
you
there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is
Hold
the
on.
Secret Service
Did my man just pull up a fucking natty ice?
Mm-hmm.
No way. Did he really?
So okay,
Yep.
but my question is,
Fuck yeah, let's
could
go.
how could they not see him, but he could see him?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah, but hold up.
That the shots came from that guy on the roof.
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
I think it's Bush, actually.
Probably not.
Might be Bud Light.
The roof, the way the slope went.
Nah, it's a Bush. That's got to be a Bush slot. Or maybe
you got
Keystone.
koozie on it.
Doesn't matter. He's got the good koozie on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I gotta. Oh, never mind. I missed it. Go ahead. That's fine.
Oh, it's still right there.
That's a blue top.
Blue and white.
Yeah, it's either natural. It's either natural light or Bush.
Yeah, I think it's Bush. But let's go.
It could be a natty ice, or it could just be a
Why is there
Pepsi.
not Secret Service on all of these?
No, it's not a Pepsi. They don't do
this
they
is
don't do
not
that
a big
much
place.
All I
black.
wanted was a Pepsi, just one Pepsi. I'm trying to figure out the address for this Trump rally because I am actually curious to see how far away this was.
But but make it make sense where he said they couldn't see, but we could see.
Well, he was at a different
It's
angle.
Yeah, but there's also anyway. Okay.
He was pointing
was
them
in
out to the
Butler.
cops. The cops should have been able to see him too.
It was in Butler,
because he said
Pennsylvania.
the cops were on the ground.
If you look up the American Glass Research Building in Butler, PA, you'll be able to find it.
American Glass Research. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because I
don't know I don't know that it's been reported where the shooter was located other than that.
I think that's the building that they were on top of, the American Glass Research.
Well, I know people were looking to in the crowd to their right, but they were looking. It looked like they were in the crowd, but then again, you're thinking. So it seemed. I mean, I don't know. So if it came from it's the grassy knoll, like Loki said, it's history repeating itself, except he didn't get his head blown off.
Because what I had heard on the news was they said it seemed to be a small caliber handgun that the shooter used.
No, that wasn't a handgun. That absolutely was not a handgun.
Well, I mean, if it was closer to the stage than on top of that building, then yeah, it could have been a handgun.
It wasn't a handgun.
So this to
gun recovered, apparently.
Gun recovered. Let's do a Google.
So if they were here,
because if it was a handgun, the guy on the roof might have been, a security sniper.
All right, bro. Hold on. Let's see. You said it was a far shot?
Yeah.
It wasn't that far. I'm going real long here, and longest possible shot is 180 meters. I could make that shot.
That's still a pretty long shot, bro.
It depends on what kind of gun you're using, but 100 meters I could hit with a fucking 22.
How proficient you are.
No. Let's really think about this. Going into military terms for a minute. You only have to be able to hit half of those to shoot sharpshooter.
Yes,
that's not a long shot.
Well, I just want to put in perspective.
You and I consistently shot expert. We can shoot better than most people, sir.
Well, but I then that's fair. But I just want to put in perspective. I have hit 100-meter shot with a fucking lead slug in a 20.
I can hit a 100-meter shot with a pistol, but I shoot better than most people.
Right, but I'm saying, and my point is though, because you were like, oh, you're saying you would have to be an expert or whatever to hit that. My point going back to if this was an inside job, somebody could have absolutely shot the fucking ear off of this man intentionally. That's all I'm
Tinfoil
saying.
hat, sleeper agent.
Hey, bro, listen. I like to take a step back and look at the whole picture.
I'm not saying that you're 100% wrong. I'm just saying, like, for that guy, here's the thing: for that guy to have come in, because you gotta remember, Trump is not the president. It's not like he can go through the military and recruit the best sniper in the military right now
No.
to do this.
No, he's a
So,
fucking dangerous
for-
public figure, though.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Trump did it. I'm
No, no.
saying that like a Biden
Powers that be who were threatened by him.
Powers that be
Well,
could have done it
because
to get an
technically,
uproar to try to counter assassinate the other
yeah, because
president, our
technically
current
the
president.
Secret Service, I mean, everybody gets Secret Service, but that still doesn't mean that. I mean, I'm agreeing with you, Ted, because I'm just saying that doesn't
Yeah,
mean that just because you're Secret Service of Trump that you love Trump, or if you're a
bro.
Secret Service of a Biden, I mean, you're
Trump
supposed to do
probably
a
gun
smokes
was
job.
blunts with
recovered?
his Secret Service agents. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
What
I
gun
said
was
Trump
recovered?
probably
Yo,
smokes blunts with his Secret Service agents.
hold
Trump
up.
probably does not take his Secret Service protection seriously. Is
Oh,
all
What's
I'm
up,
Well,
saying.
you
Nancy?
could see that in the video, dude. Like he tells
So,
them to wait. Like they're trying to cover him, and he just goes, "Get away."
Nept, you
I'm
found the gun?
fine. Fuck it.
No, but I found something real fucking crazy.
What's that?
That tweet.
Let's see.
Bro, we can't rely on Twitter. Something
No, you
bad
don't
is gonna
understand,
happen
bro.
today.
Look at the time on that.
Enjoy your talk with the Secret Service. 12:59. What time did this happen?
Like 12, about that time.
What
Bro,
I'm thinking of is some Jason Bourne shit.
Hold on, though. Crazy thing. Okay, if we really want to go to crazy, Nappy, do you remember the first text I sent you this morning?
I don't, but I can sure find out.
Do you remember what I woke up at 3 a.m. thinking was happening outside my window?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, did you throw some Newport ciggies at him or what?
I woke up at 3 a.m. thinking that somebody was actively shooting in my neighborhood outside my window. Okay?
Visionary. Visions are scary.
But holy shit, bro, that fucking tweet from 3:59 p.m. something bad is going to happen today. And that's the only time this person's tweeted that? What the fuck?
What time did this actually happen? What time did this
Like
all
at
take
6.
place?
When were we on?
It was like 2 hours
Let's
after.
see. Yeah, I went in and told John, and I think it had just happened.
Look in the Discord at my
we're looking at
comment.
like
It happened right after,
11:50.
right before. I mean,
Yeah, 11:50 my time. So I don't know what that is, East Coast time.
So Eastern time, it was right around 6 o'clock.
Yep.
like I said, you look in the Discord at my comment. It happened right before I posted that.
Yeah, right around 6 o'clock.
Because he had been on stage for a bit. For 5-6 minutes or whatever. It wasn't just right at he was talking.
I know one thing. It killed one hell of a conversation I was trying to have.
You know what would be absolutely hilarious? If Donald Trump in his next fucking rally came on with an American flag as a cape, 2 eagles on his
Hold
shoulders.
on. I'm gonna
said,
mute
I
for a
can do what the fuck I want.
Donald Trump about to come out to the next rally with a
Like fucking Homelander.
He's gonna use the ear hole for a fucking piercing, and he's gonna hang an American flag out of it. Like it's gonna be like a wedding.
They tried to assassinate my character.
Oh.
It didn't work.
He's
They
gonna
tried
be
to
like a
assassinate
wedding.
me. It didn't work.
Is there any update on him from his official count?
Well, Biden said he's fine.
Well, fuck
So-
Biden. I ain't gonna believe Biden. I want to know from Trump's camp.
Tyler, I want you to. I don't know. You probably already watched this video, but you can hear the shots. There was more than one shot. There was
there was like 8.
At least
Yeah,
3
there was at
shots.
least
No,
at
we
least 6
already
shots.
Before the
we
shooter
already
started
watched it.
shooting.
We already watched that one, yeah.
So when you say small caliber, I just want to say that this was probably some kind of assault rifle or assault.
Oh my gosh!
We're back full
Assault
circle.
rifles are not real.
We already had this rant.
Yo,
Assault carbine.
There's no
carbine.
assault carbines.
Every weapon is an assault weapon.
If you guys look
No,
up
an
American
AR,
Glass
whatever.
Research in Butler, PA, and you go to the reviews on Google, Grassy Knoll 2. I'm dissatisfied with their business. They allow patriots and former presidents to be shot from their rooftops.
So, but this is.
Okay, but okay,
The
it's
memes are gonna be
clearly
crazy.
something
But
that
see,
can
this is what I
chamber.
don't understand. Which
Listen
I get
to
that
the
he's
shots,
not.
bro. Listen to these shots. That's all I want to say. It's
No,
probably like an
I feel
AR-15
you.
or something.
Right. So my question.
That is a small caliber, technically.
Yeah, what's that? 223.
It depends. It could be a lot of things.
Because my question is I know that he's not, and is it because he's not the president that y'all were? Well, I don't know. I mean, y'all were here when Obama was here. I mean, the security on Oahu, like even on when Michelle
was
Obama
me.
over
Sorry.
here was at Oprah's, like the people around her house had to go through background checks. They had to go through daily checks when they went through the property, buy the property. Like it's an intense freaking thing. So
No,
that's why I'm just like,
I know.
if he's
I'll say
if
this
it's a short
quick.
range shot, why the hell wasn't those rooftops cleared?
They should have been.
I think that Tech and I both worked security for APEC when you're talking about. I know that
No,
I
I
did.
was doing it. I was doing the exercise, but I mean,
Oh.
I worked. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I've been in that. What I'll say about this, the Secret Service protections that a sitting president gets are a lot different than the Secret
Okay,
Service
that's what
protections that a former president gets. Yeah.
Because I'm saying is if that had been Biden, that rooftop it would have been cleared.
No, 100%. It would have, and no
I
one
mean-
would have been allowed at any building within like 4 blocks of it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's because that's why I was like, hold up, like why if it's that fucking close? And
Yo,
it's
your
The
boy-
simple
not
answer is Trump is a dangerous fucking person, and people are scared of him.
Oh
So
yeah.
they will do absolutely anything to get him out of there.
I
He tried
posted
to
a
assassinate his
picture
character.
in
That
the
didn't
Discord
work.
of the meter measurement from the rooftop, and like I said, I was generous with how far I went. It's about 150 meters.
Still, 150 meters is not the easiest shot in the world. Okay.
Well, and here's a picture that was captured of the bullet that hit Trump. Like you can literally see, and he had his head turned, and if it wasn't for that head turn,
It
He would've
turned
got
out
in
to
the
be
head.
better than she'd imagined by no context
oh yeah,
humans.
watch that. That's totally different, but watch that though.
So did somebody actually behind him die?
Oh yeah, somebody died at the thing. It wasn't someone behind him.
No, it's in the audience.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It
what
was-
I
it
mean.
wasn't
It had
behind
to
him,
be
it was in the
behind him
audience.
because where would the bullet?
Because I'm looking at
Or maybe in
ABC
front
News
of
and
him.
special report right now, and they're showing stills from everything, and it looks like the people dead were like right by the stage. The 2 people that were dead or the shooter.
Sorry.
Well, so you
lady
said
has some huge
223. It could be 5.56. It could be 7.62. I mean, 5.56 is still a relatively small caliber.
It looks like
You're
220
also
by
assuming
the size
that
of the bullet hole.
you're also assuming that
where are you
it
seeing
was
bullet
sniper
holes at?
shot.
You can see there's a picture of his fucking head with like the blood coming out of his ear, and you can see a dark section that is clearly the bullet hole.
My man got the
Former
most
President Trump,
gangster
I was
fucking
shot with a
piercing.
bullet that pierced the upper part of my ear, right ear, is what the news is showing on ABC News.
What?
ABC
See that?
News.
I
My
mean,
parents have it
honestly,
on
I
the
don't
TV,
care.
and the text that is on there says, "Former President Trump, I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right
Oh,
ear."
Okay.
You see,
There's that
Tyler
one.
brought up a good point there. It's like, to an untrained gunman, that is a difficult shot. So that just further adds to the theory that is this a
Well,
trained
but that's what
person?
I'm
No,
saying
Is
is
this an
I
even
inside
the
job?
best of the best, like people will be like, well, why did you miss? Like, because the divine intervention, like
yes.
Memphi said, if his head had been cocked just a little,
That would have
and
gone
by the
straight into his
time he
temple.
pulled
I
the
don't think it was
trigger,
a
it,
Trump
sniper
was
shot. From
moving
everything that I'm
millimeter,
seeing of the
boom,
still
he's in the
pictures,
clear.
everything I'm seeing of the still pictures of the incident, it looks like the Secret Service and ATF are shooting down into the crowd, not at a building.
Why
Yeah,
is
that's
Jay
what it
yelling
looked
at
like.
me?
I'm just trying to be heard.
nah, bro. It wasn't. It, it
And there was
wasn't a
snipers on
trained person.
rooftops.
It wasn't a trained person unless there's some bigger conspiracy behind it.
Yeah,
It
I've just got a
was
tinfoil hat on right now. I'm just
it
We're gonna
was
it's late.
find
I'm
out who the
thinking.
fuck it was before you know it, and we'll
it was
find out after
likely
that.
some ex-military person that could not handle a
It
motherfucker
wasn't
being
a
in
sniper,
office
though.
another time.
I don't think it was
But
a sniper, though, because all the stills that I'm seeing is
Well,
showing them shooting into the crowd, not up at a building.
Yeah, it's on a bit of a Warriors 1979 situation where the guy's in the crowd.
but let's pause because it had to have been a sniper because they shot the man on a roof
Yeah,
and people
Did
saw
they?
that happen.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm seeing or hearing.
it could have been a 308 Winchester round. Someone's saying based on the way it appears in the picture, like how it's
Bro,
the clarity that it's captured.
okay, no, if it's a 308 and it hit the man's ear and went through it, and like that's all he got, my man is lucky as fuck.
And
not
Okay,
again,
only
I'm not
yeah,
confirming that
no,
for sure,
no,
but
not only that, there wouldn't have been 8 shots that quickly or however many shots
no,
that
no,
quickly.
because anything
Yeah.
308 would have been bolt action,
It's yeah, that's
100%.
a bolty for
Any
sure.
true.
anything accessible that's a
I think
308 would have been bolt action.
The thing
I think what the guy that about seeing somebody on a roof instead of actually, the shooter. I think the shooter was with a handgun.
Good
Hey,
scope and gun.
I'm gonna jump down into the chat because my phone is overheating right now.
No worries, Loki. I appreciate you popping up, man.
Yeah, I'll probably when my phone's cooled down and it's charged a bit, I might jump back on if I'm not asleep.
Right on.
I'll still be in the chat though.
Right on, brother. We'll catch you in a bit then if you get a chance to pop back up.
All right.
But
See you later,
honestly,
Tater. Bye, Jay.
later, dude.
Bye. Have a
Later,
good one.
guys.
No, honestly, anything at this point is speculation. They'll come out and say what it actually was real soon. I'm sure they got to finish their investigation. Give it a week. We'll know about
Yeah,
it.
you got Secret Service, FBI, and ATF among law enforcement agencies investigating the Trump rally shooting.
I'm no forensic scientist, but the way that it hit, like the after effect is what I'm looking at. It could not have been a 308.
Okay.
The impact has to be something along the lines of a 22. Huh?
Or a small caliber handgun from the ground shooting upwards to pierce the top of his ear.
I agree. I agree with Jay. It could have been a pistol from the crowd. It could have also been a 5.56.
It couldn't have been a
rifle.
pistol from the crowd. Look at the bullet. Look at the way the bullet literally goes past him.
I'm going to tell you this on a 5.56. Here's the problem with a 5.56. That round, you and I both know a lot about. That round is designed to go in, zigzag, and then go out. And the fact is that round with an
Perfect
ear
hole.
space, whatever, anything that tips a 5.56, let's even say an ear, changes the trajectory of a 5.56 round.
Well, okay, and to counter your statement here, and I don't disagree with you, right? But to kind of prove your point, you know what it does to a paper target. It's literally
Yeah.
a pencil hole, right?
Yeah.
So think of your ear. Your ear is not really that consistent, but if it did change the direction, it could have been a fucking great shot, and the ear zinga off to the side. You never know.
It would have had to have been a perfect shot where you know the trajectory that's going to come out on the other side with a 5.56. I'm speaking specifically to a 5.56 round right now. Would have had to have been a perfect shot where you know where it's going to go after. You know all the wind conditions. You know everything about the velocity. Everything about the windage, literally every aspect of that shot. And the problem is there are maybe, if you're talking about a trained sniper doing that, there are maybe 5 people in the world that could pull that shot off successfully without killing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, without killing someone in the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, someone died in the crowd though.
2 people.
Right, and that's his point.
One person died. One person got injured.
Okay.
But I also don't think they would have. Well, they would have had to have shot through his ear because of look at the angle of the picture, right? Like it was a diagonal shot, and he was facing that direction. Like he was looking at that direction. So
I will say, devil's advocate to my own point, I would be very surprised if a 22 from that distance, because someone in the crowd died from it. I would be very surprised if a 22 from that distance managed to successfully kill someone.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's 223. That's the only round for the
But
size and the.
so with the 223 though, same thing that I just said about the 5.56 applies, because they are essentially the same round.
Right. I just think
I still don't think it was a rifle.
Likely.
I'm trying to think like what calibers would actually.
A 22 can hit your shoulder, ricochet off bones, and hit your heart. True. That's a really unfortunate angle from that distance. If that were the case, a 22 can, yes. A 22 is capable of doing that.
Here's another one that is quite interesting.
It could have been 5.45. Like it could have been like 5.45 is generally. I mean, it's
There's
a longer
no way
round.
that's
That's way
real.
too big. What?
That can't. The link that Nampy just put in the chat.
I mean,
okay, so it would make sense if it was. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, they don't
crazy.
They would have snipers in the crowd ready and waiting to shoot off people from far.
No. Not that they would have them, but that sniper would not have taken the shot.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If that's real, that proves conspiracy, bro.
Here's the thing. No matter what, as soon as it happened, you can hear the return fire. You can hear when the man got taken down. Okay? So he got taken down pretty quick. To say that they couldn't have seen him from the stage is crazy.
But they got to let him take the shot first, And they let him take quite a few fucking shots.
I don't know that Secret Service lets them take the shot first.
Well, but again, maybe one person in there is paid or a bad egg.
Oh no! What's that stupid ass T-shirt company that everybody wears?
Grunt Style.
Yeah, the man in the shirt the guy that tried to shoot him's wearing a Grunt Style shirt.
Grunt Style shirt.
Where'd you find that?
Look at the flag on the arm.
Oh yeah, I see
it's
it.
A Grunt Style. The man's wearing a Grunt Style shirt. He's a wannabe.
Or ex-military.
But if you kind of
only faggots wear
at her
those
dragging
clothes.
him out,
sure,
when they're, I'm assuming it's the shooter.
Who? What were you saying, Tater?
My bad. I think my internet keeps going out. I'm sorry. Am I better
No,
now?
no. Yeah, you're good.
Elon said that 2 assassination attempts have been made on him in the past 8 months.
So I was
I
going to
believe
say
that.
the video that they were dragging him out, it looks like they're dragging him out of like maybe an upper um, stand, like stadium stand or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Like
guys aren't
down
looking at the
from.
same picture I'm looking at. This one is the one that I was looking at, where you can see he's wearing a grunt style shirt. It's the one with the Army National Guard guys on the.
Yeah, so funny thing, that one, so Namp actually sent me one of that guy on the roof dead.
Yeah.
But the first one that we looked at of him being dragged out was a little bit different.
Yeah, I think that first one was not the correct
I don't
video.
think
I
it
think
was
that was
either.
somebody else that just died.
Yep. That may have been the guy who got hit in the crowd.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad.
Because if you look at the crowd when they're escorting him off, everybody's flipping off. They're not looking up. They're looking more just like almost eye level, going "fuck you" and flipping.
Well, I
So,
mean, in my
and that could
mind,
be when
Trump
they're
stood
dragging
up
him
and was
off.
going, "Fuck you, yeah, fuck you, I win." Like
he said,
Yeah,
fight,
but no,
fight,
when they're
fight.
but when they're going to the
Oh,
when he is getting in the SUV, the people in the stands are not looking at him. They're looking like over towards the shooter or whatever,
hey, bro,
and screaming "fuck you," yeah, and
Did anybody
USA,
storm the Capitol
USA.
today?
Nope.
Oh, well, if Trump yelled "fight, fight, fight," I'm pretty sure there'd be storming in the Capitol, right? That's by all logic used previously.
No, I said that, Tech. I said this is something that they could use as an inside of a riot because he did pump his fist and said "fight, fight, fight."
Yeah.
That's probably
Which
why
would be
Biden
to
made
me
his
more
speech.
than just a tweet. He's out there freaking like if they want to come out and get him.
What up, Jason? Yeah, we've been on this.
So I mean, yeah. So look back at the where he's getting into the van or into the SUV, and you'll see everybody else be turning, like the people in the stand or on the ground, looking to the right where the gunshots came from. And it would have been too quick for them to be dragging out the body, I would say, by then.
Okay, hold on one second.
We're over here trying to play freaking
If they
content.
recovered the
Yes.
gun, that's going to be the key right there, is to find out what the gun
Apparent.
was used. Apparently,
Somebody
Hold on.
in the chat said they recovered the gun. So where did you see that? I think it was Eddie.
There's a post from someone saying too from PA State police sources that Trump wasn't actually hit by a bullet. He got hit by glass fragments that were on that shattered that were from one of the shattered teleprompters.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially
But it
if
looks like a perfect hole though.
Well, I'm looking at ABC showing the replay right now. Honestly, like after he got up, it doesn't look like. Look, so right here, like that teleprompter is not shattered.
yeah.
And that was the direction it came from. So,
Right.
And they also have the quote that Trump said he was shot in the upper part of his ear that pierced the ear.
Yeah.
well, but also let's be real. He's not a forensic scientist.
But he
Hey,
also
bro.
could have just been, it could have been a ricochet. I mean, he could have got really lucky and the ricochet of the bullet go back in that way, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he would still be technically shot.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
bro.
I mean, he got
Here's
hit.
here's another fucking. You want to talk about tinfoil hats? Look, Trump wasn't in the media enough to get that free publication. Is that the right word? Advertisement, whatever, right? So he paid somebody to shoot him to save on campaign ads. There's your next president, dog. Right there. There's nothing more American than getting shot and surviving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they're showing pictures of the blood and everything too.
Trump's a war vet now.
But I will have to say, not only kudos to Trump, but kudos to the Secret Service who know that is their job to literally take a bullet in the back for the people that they're protecting. That is some fucking wicked shit. Is all I'm saying.
I mean,
Eddie Burgess said that he heard on Fox, but they did not say the caliber of the gun that was recovered. And Heather said that it's on Trump's social that Trump confirmed he was shot, or on Truth Social, I mean.
I mean, they recovered the gun. They're not going to talk about it because it's an ongoing investigation.
Right.
What is there to investigate? They killed the guy. They got the gun. They should be able to go through any phone records he might have.
It is pretty cut and dry, but they probably got to look in to see, like, was this a radical thing? Was this like what was, you know what I mean? Like, there's more to it than just.
Not to mention, they want to find out if it was a conspiracy, if there was other people involved, things like
That's what I'm
that.
saying. It would take no time at all to find that out.
Right.
But
no,
isn't it also kind of weird that what if? I mean, I don't know. I also sometimes wonder if they don't fuck with this on the.
The shot was made from 100
You know what I'm saying?
yards.
So Becky B says AR-15 8 shots. So where did you find that?
I think Becky B is just trying to perpetuate the AR-15 stereotype.
Well, no. Well, I mean, again, if you have a source for it, I just want to see the source for it that confirms it, you know?
Right. I mean, I feel that it's valid, like that. To me, that seems valid, judging by what I heard. Honestly, like, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, we'll find out eventually, right? Like, that's kind of, it's all speculation until then.
Also, he's still going to the UFC fight tonight.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So he will probably have a statement then.
Now I want to fucking go get UFC. Is it a paid per view? Now I want to go fucking watch it. Just watch that motherfucker
Bro,
walk in.
he's gonna fucking
God.
go on there and say some gangster shit.
Oh
They tried to kill me, but it didn't work.
But I mean, honestly, I'm really surprised that somebody hasn't done it prior.
Becky B says ABC said it.
Well, they tried to in 2016. They got like
Did they actually shoot at him?
Hold on.
No.
Can we stop for a minute with ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox? Because it's all bullshit. It's all speculation until the facts are actually out. I'm sorry. I don't agree with any news media.
I went to ABC's live stream just to see what they were talking about right now. Listen to this shit. Hold up. Because this woman pauses to be like, it would in fact be if it was confirmed to be a bullet. Listen.
A roof. And Martha, to your point, it is worth emphasizing that. I mean, former President Trump says that he heard the bullet whizzing by and that it pierced the top of his ear, literally inches away from taking his life.
It certainly would have been if it in fact is proven to be a bullet that went right by his ear, millimeters, and
it would in fact be if it is.
They try not to report any misinformation until they get facts, supposedly. Like I said, supposedly.
Convenient.
No, I don't watch fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to bullshit.
Right.
I like.
It doesn't matter. I mean, my whole thing is watching him pop up and literally telling the Secret Service to hold on and be like, fight,
Bro, you
I
got
gotta
fight.
get my shoes.
Like, that's OG. I don't care.
bro,
He's
you
like
get
almost
shot.
80 years old.
Made
Nah,
me
Yeah.
feel American as fuck.
you have no feeling in your fucking ears. It probably felt like you got. It looked like you got stung by a bee. He's like, oh, something stung
I've
me in the
feeling in
ear.
my ears.
They
Not like
turned
that though.
Okay, so remember when I said there were really funny reviews coming in on the American Glass Research Place?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They turned reviews off on Google for that.
Outstanding.
I didn't realize that could be done.
What'd
Oh
you
yeah,
say?
businesses can turn off their own
Yep.
reviews. Yeah, absolutely can.
That's crazy.
To Jason's point in the chat, Trump's gonna come out with "Who shot me, but your punks didn't finish."
Thank you. I didn't realize that that's what you're in there doing already. Thank you. I have food. I have rice and teriyaki chicken and broccoli.
Oh,
Let's
my
go.
parents turned off the Trump news and put on Jerry Clower.
Bro, I'd rather watch Jerry Springer over all that shit.
Well, Jerry Clower is a Mississippi comedian.
Well, it works either way.
Yeah. So it's all the news I have to report. Now I just bullshit with y'all.
I love reading the sources close to Donald Trump are claiming that despite today's assassination attempt at the campaign rally in Pennsylvania, the former president will still be in attendance at tonight's UFC event in Denver. In fucking Denver.
Bro straight up gets out of the hospital, hops on a plane.
This is literally, bro. Gets on that PJ and fucking goes to town, bro. That's wild. What a G.
I don't. Again.
Okay.
I don't think it's all that serious. Like, an ear injury is not that serious.
But to put yourself back out in the public like that,
Well,
so
fuck it, why
quick.
not?
All right, so hold up. So here's
Can't happen twice in one day.
Here's what we got from ABC right here. This is to the shot and all that. Here we go.
Let's go back to Aaron Katursky, our senior investigative correspondent. Aaron, you're getting more information, details about the shooting itself.
Secret Service just a moment ago put out a statement saying that during the Trump campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, at approximately 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time, a suspected shooter fired multiple shots toward the stage from an elevated position outside of the rally venue. The Secret Service personnel neutralized the shooter, who is now deceased. The Secret Service, the statement says, quickly responded with protective measures, and former President Trump is safe. One spectator was killed, 2 spectators were critically injured, and the incident is under investigation. That's an official statement from the U.S. Secret Service. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News the shooter was at a distance of 200 to 300 yards away in an elevated position.
False.
He was on a rooftop adjacent to the venue, and those same law enforcement sources are telling ABC News he fired as many as 8 rounds from an AR-15 style rifle.
And Aaron, this...
Okay.
They
are saying it's an
What would be
AR-15
really
style.
cool
Should be
if he
223
comes
probably.
out with an AR-15 fucking at the UFC going, you will not take our AR-15.
He's not.
Defend Hawaii.
Oh no, fuck you for that, Tech. Listen, I had enough weekends stolen from me because of Defend Hawaii, okay? We're not going back there.
Why were your weekends stolen?
We got fucking put on lockdown.
Defend Hawaii.
Fuck Defend Hawaii.
The Babylon Bee. Man, I know the Babylon Bee is a bunch of trolls, but they fucking tweeted out CNN, like with a little colon. Clumsy Trump hits head on bullet.
I love Babylon Bee sometimes.
Fucking great.
Babylon Bee.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I'm joking.
I don't know. Somebody
posted a thing.
I I can't. I'm almost in just like I know. Like, what kind of world are we living in?
A really shitty one.
No, Trump got down on his own accord.
Bizarro world.
I mean, because like Loki said, it's almost like freaking history just keeps repeating itself, and it's like, how many times are we gonna just sit here and watch this shit to let it
Well, history
replay?
doesn't. Good news, kids. History does not cyclically repeat itself. Cyclically repeat itself. However, when we do not learn from history, the events will be replicated. So,
Yep.
It's okay, bro. We're changing all our books to be politically correct, so we don't have
Yeah.
to worry about that.
yeah. I'm gonna go take a piss and say hello to my wife real quick and grab another drink.
Hold
I
on,
will
real
be
quick.
back. What?
Just real quick. So I said it's not that serious, but I want you to put yourself in a position, no matter how old you are, of you're running for president, you get shot in the ear, you are going to stand up and do the same thing. That's what I meant by it's not so.
Wait,
it's
what?
not that serious. Put yourself in his position, right? Because I said before, it's not that serious getting shot in the ear, right? Like, granted, the situation is serious, but like the injury itself, you would have done the same thing. You would have stood back up and probably been like, yeah, fuck you,
Yeah,
whatever,
no,
right?
for sure.
So that's what I meant by it wasn't that serious.
No, I feel you. No, I feel you.
As long
All
as he can get back up.
Well, the situation was serious,
I'll be
right?
right back.
Like that's all I'm getting at, because I said, it's not that serious, but the situation is absolutely serious. People died.
Yeah, and if you watch the shot, Trump grabs his ear, looks and sees the blood on his hand, and drops down.
Well, yeah, he
So
thought
that
like I said, it's like he thought he got stung by a bee or something. That's what it looked like, because he's like, oh, and then he's like, oh shit, and got down.
there's
Yeah.
blood, and then dropped to the ground until Secret Service could get there so that he was protected.
But see, my thing is, it's not so much as that there's going to be a crazed lunatic that tries to off Biden. Is it's literally just going to make somebody else say, "Oh, I can do it better," and actually get him. Not. It's
I
just
don't
going to
think so.
perpetuate of him of some crazy Trump deranged syndrome. It's just so weird to watch people just lose their mind over a fucking man.
I mean, people got to be really suicidal to do some shit like that.
Well, that's what I said earlier. You know, to anybody in their right mind knows that he or she was not walking out of that damn venue alive, or wherever, the grassy knoll, the fucking book deposit, whatever.
I
You
mean,
fix to get
sometimes you
took
just
off.
don't care, I guess, but
And there's some people delusional enough to think, "Oh, I'm outside the venue. There's no police around. I'll get my shots off and get away."
I mean, that skinny little fucker wasn't gonna do shit after the fact, so
yeah,
that dude was skinnier than Nappy. Nappy's a vegan.
The fuck I am, bitch.
Texas likes pushing buttons.
Pussy don't count as meat, dog.
So
No,
can you
good
see like a
fucking red
Google
steak
map
does.
of actually how far this place was? Because it looked like they were
I
dragging
just
him
did.
out of the
Look in
crowd.
Discord.
It's about
Yeah, look in Discord.
152 yards.
So we're
Yeah,
Meters
they
and yards
said in
are
the
the
news
same
report
thing.
it was like 250 to 300 meters or
Yeah, that's a
something.
lie.
Like that.
Meters and yards are not the same thing.
No, I know.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They
Yards
definitely are
is
not.
2 meters, 3.3.
Yeah, a meter is 1.1 yards.
Yeah, it's not the
10% of
same.
another yard, friend.
You're 3 inches longer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So it's not the same, motherfuckers.
It's basically the same.
It's basically only
It's
counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, okay, but they said 200 to 300 meters.
Yeah, and that was incorrect as well.
I mean, like I said, I posted the picture in the Discord. Being generous, it was 180 meters approximately.
So it wasn't too far away. Anybody that has any kind of hunting experience probably could have made the shot.
I mean, anybody that has hunting experience could have shot his ear. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Anybody with hunting experience could have missed for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
I don't know.
Anybody hired by a Democrat?
Well, but that's what I mean. So he, well, I mean, he was able to get off at least 2 shots if somebody, he wasn't a very good aim because there's 3 people, 1 dead and 2 people critically injured. So somebody got some shots. Friendly fire or not.
He didn't account for rise.
He said anybody that hires a Democrat. I mean, if they would have hired somebody that was a man instead of somebody that was a man that identified as something else, they probably would have made the shot. They would have had.
Right.
Hold up, bro. So
Extra chromosomes don't make you have good aim.
Remember when I showed that screenshot of the sniper on the roof that should have seen the guy?
Yep.
I found the clip of it, and man, so it's not a fake image, and this is inexcusable. Whatever the fuck just happened on this.
Well, maybe they were waiting for. They gotta get permission to take that shot.
No, you don't. Not like that, bro.
I mean, I'm sure they do because they can't just be shooting random people. You know what I mean?
With a gun pointed at the president. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what's about to happen. Like you got to wait until and hope like hell they miss. Like that don't make no sense.
Because you hear
what it could have should don't help anything.
You hear multiple shots ring out before the guy on the roof actually gets him.
Well, a Trump attendee in an NBC interview says, I counted 7 shots.
There's 8.
I mean, and to be fair too, though, I'm sure they set up like security perimeters. So that guy was probably watching a lane and not, like he's probably scanning a lane, his sector, and not looking at whatever. They probably said, hey, we want you to watch from this point to this point. Because if he's there, then there's probably other places set up. You know what I mean? And if they're saying it's outside of the security perimeter, they probably didn't think of that as being a threat, which not to make the situation less than it is, but it obviously wasn't a threat because they fucking missed. As far as protecting the president.
Miss, there was people killed.
Right. Well, I said as far as protecting the president, quote unquote, right? Like, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, don't they have an also job not just to protect him, but to protect the people that are around?
I mean, I don't know.
The Secret Service, not so much. Their job is pretty one-dimensional.
Right. So is it? I mean, is it a failing on the side of security? Absolutely. Is it a failing on the Secret Service? No, I don't think so. But it is like I said though. That guy was probably just scanning a sector versus, hey, I need
that
to
or
be
they had eyes on him
and
and he got 2 shots off or 3, and then they unloaded on him.
Or to Jay's point, maybe it was a man in the front row with a pistol.
Yeah. But I mean, like you've seen movies where like they have like people snipers on different vantage points, and they say, "Oh, sniper 1, well, sniper 1, I got the shot. Sniper 2, I got the shot." And then they say, "Oh, sniper 1, you take the shot because
that's a movie."
Well, but I mean, in
100%,
general, that's how it works, though, because they'll say they're not good. They really probably don't want the dude in the middle of the crowd fucking shooting, because then they get in trouble for people going deaf and fucking all kinds of bull. There's different reprimands as far as like
100%. Like no matter what, when you're setting up a perimeter, you have sectors of fire. That's what it
Right.
comes down to.
So
Right.
did you see, Tyler? I posted that one screenshot that I had found of the sniper on the roof that should have been able to see the guy. I found a video of that same guy. So it is a real sniper on the
That
roof.
is
I should have
real.
been.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so you can clearly see, like, he sees that it's coming from that way. You know what I mean? So it is not a gun from the crowd. That's
Also, he's not very good because
No.
he picks up his whole tripod
That's
and
what I'm
everything.
saying. It's so.
Well, he was probably
odd.
getting ready to move. See, here's my thought process, right? They probably had eyes on him.
No.
They-
Did you watch it though?
I
'Cause
did.
Watch
yeah,
it. Watch
because
it to understand what I'm
when
talking about.
I do, when the shots come out, he bounces up and then goes back down. But so, like, if he's not the one taking the shot, he's probably getting ready to take cover, in my opinion.
So you're saying the guy to his right there, that other guy with the smaller silhouette, is the one who took the first shot?
I'm saying it could have been somebody from out of camera view. It could have been somebody, they might have 6 different snipers from different vantage points all
but
around.
six snipers would not be at the same sector of fire. So here's what I'll say: I watch in this clip. I'm watching the one that's up
In the back. Yeah.
I'm watching the main one take the first shot. I see like the recoil coming through, and then he moves his tripod. I'm not sure what his partner there is. I guess that I can't really tell with the other guy whether he's just sodding. Maybe he's just sodding.
I don't think either of them took the shot. It does look like they both have rifles. It does look like they're both set up to take the shot, but I don't.
No,
You're saying recoil. I don't.
100%. I play it with sound because I played it with sound. 100%. That main guy takes the first shot.
So, okay, but let's do this. Let's say, because I'm just, Becky says the man in the third row behind Trump took the headshot.
Well, you say he takes the first shot, but why does he? Because here's what I see, right? He's like this, down sight, and then he goes like this, and then he goes like that. If that's what you're saying is the shot, like he goes down sight, he looks up real quick, and then goes down and takes the shot.
Okay, look, hold up.
That's what I see. I don't know.
So
it's hard to say, man. With the sound, you don't get it in real time. I mean, through a camera lens.
But from this distance, you're gonna get close to it. Watch. So.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So either that is a shot or that is a reaction to a shot.
I thought that's the reaction to the shot.
He was hit on the first shot.
Well, but I think that's the reaction to the shot.
100%, 100%.
That's what I agree with. I agree with Tech. Looking at that, it looks like
because you can hear more bullets.
But hear me out. So if he's changing his position after a shot has been initiated on the president, he is the worst sniper in the Secret Service.
I agree. I agree, but I don't think he was the one ever supposed
That's
to
why
take the
I'm
shot.
saying it's suspect. When you look at that motherfucker, you should not have heard that many shots ring out.
Yeah.
He might not have been Secret Service. He might have been like local
If
SWAT.
he's a sniper, no.
I do not care.
I agree
if
with
he's
Tyler.
a Secret Service sniper, bro.
But
if he's anyone that's a counter sniper.
Yeah, I stand on the fact that he probably didn't have authorization to take the shot. Somebody else did.
This is any
I will die on
kind
that.
of basic long shot training. Look at this.
Take a look at what happened.
Reaction. You do not move your position in retaliation. You hold your position at that point.
Period.
Because if you look at the when Trump gets hit with the first shot, and then you hear a second shot, and then you hear boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I mean, How again? I stand on my previous statements. I don't think that either of those two. Those were both reactions to the shots. Because you can see the guy in the background like put his head on the floor, like me or you would if we were getting shot at and can't fire back. You know what I mean? Like that's what you're trained to do. You're trained to put your head down.
Well,
That other guy, I don't know what the fuck that guy was
that
doing whenever he
guy's
popped up.
that
It
guy's a
looked like it was.
massive failure, is what that guy is.
That guy looked like he was about to run away, is what it looked like.
That is
whenever
in
those first
that is
shots
in
came
no
up.
way an acceptable response to shots being fired. Period.
Well, I don't disagree, but again, like I said, I stand on the fact that neither of
But
those
I
two
will have
probably
to
had
say,
authorization to take that shot.
I will have to say on Jay's point, they could have been local SWAT who are not, and the only reason why I say that is because I know when they come here to Maui or it was not just Secret Service. They had MPD and everything. Like they had
Yeah, but that wouldn't be
their
their
top guys
snipers.
too.
But here's the thing: the SWAT is still trained in these scenarios. Whoever that was, they were
Right.
trained
Oh yeah, no, for
specifically
sure.
And
for
I
that
agree with
situation.
Alpha
So
on
this is something coming from a trained sniper. It says that whole thing was a fucking failure. The Secret Service got there slow. The SWAT team got there slow. And why the fuck did they keep him on the stage? He should have been off there in 2 seconds. Yet they stand him up for what? To give the shooter another shot. Look at the old Reagan assassination attempt. He was out there
Right.
in 0.2 seconds. Why didn't a drone pick him up? Why didn't another sniper pick him up? That's fucking bullshit. We cover the Boston Marathon fucking better than they cover our own president. It's so bullshit. If anyone says how great of a job the Secret Service or SWAT team did, they're full of shit. They sucked. They should be ashamed of themselves and all fired.
And but this is also one of those things too, is of Trump being lenient on certain things. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm not saying of just like again of not living like he has a target on his back and really making sure. And then again, everybody's
Becky's
human,
comment.
and even the best fuck up. Like we got to understand that too. Like even the best are going to have their moments because
But there
maybe
was
there's a
one
delay
roof
of where
nearby.
is this really happening? Because I don't know. I'm sitting here going, is this really happening?
Yeah, that rooftop looked like it was behind the venue. So, and Becky said that the snipers you just shared have police on their backs.
Because remember, hold up. Now let's remember the security that he gets as a former is not the same tier as he gets as
But they're still
just
trained.
of him being, like if he really was. So if he was president, then yes, maybe the top of the top of the top. But he's not president, and so you're going to get the local more. I'm not saying they're not experts, but they're not experts.
I don't mean to change the subject real quick, but I do have
Love
to
it.
ask you all something, and it's very important.
Hmm.
What would you all do for a Klondike bar?
Nothing.
I would say
I'd shoot the shooter that
take
shot
out.
the
I was
president.
gonna say take out a sniper, or take out.
So for context, this is the Reagan assassination attempt.
Parr and Ray Shattuck, as soon as that first shot goes off, they grab the president and they throw him into the car.
Agent Tim McCarthy shielded Reagan with his body, taking a bullet in the process. Within moments,
Bro, that shit got a spoiler?
That was it.
Fuck.
That was it.
But you even look at JFK's. I mean, pretty much as soon as they figure it out that dude jumps on the car and literally just. I mean, there was no almost reaction. I agree with you on that because it seemed like there was 2 shots that got took off before they come up and knock him down. Right? I mean, maybe I saw it wrong.
Well, he drops to the ground on his own.
So, Red, I'm gonna need to know more about what
Are
you're
we
talking about here.
I'm still
Saying the
saying
groups
the
from
group
January 6th, people that were arrested, their friends are retaliating. That makes no sense to me, though. Why would they be going after Trump in this situation? Also, Vet, you're never too intoxicated to join. Jump in, dog. To say this, if it was an inside job and they wanted Trump taken out, they'd have hired someone who could make the shot. Exactly.
How far
Difference
away
here is
was
how
the
far away
shot
the
on
shooter was.
JFK?
It was
It's farther, right?
Well, we'll have
Oh,
to
Well,
no,
find
I think
out.
it was
what
about
are
the
what are
same
we
distance.
talking about? Are we talking about the grassy knoll, or are we talking about the guy from the book or the book?
Either.
Because that was a pretty good sized shot for that rifle back in the day.
So
Everything is pure speculation, though, at this point. Like, we will find out who the shooter is.
Mhm.
We will find out their level of training. We will.
Yeah, bro. There's gonna be 2 weeks from now. There's gonna be a fucking Netflix docu-series on
Yeah,
the guy.
bro, on God, man. On God.
I kind of agree with Scheme
That's what
on
I'm
that
saying.
point,
Nobody
though.
has. Maybe their friend. I mean, like, I just don't see how the friends of the January 6th would have issues with Trump. Like, as soon as Trump gets in, he'll get them out. Like, I don't know why. I mean, he's not in right now, so why take him out?
Bro,
That makes
I
no
told
sense.
you it's cheaper to pay somebody to kill themselves just to get fucking advertisement on the news than it is to fucking pay for advertisement. That's
Lee
just a fact.
Oswald. Let's see. Change clothes 9/10 of a mile away. Fuck. Can't find an actual.
Yeah, 9/10 of a mile is a lot
No.
farther.
Game as a backup.
But no. But
to what he said.
that's where he changed clothes.
Okay.
As far as the shot, I can tell you. So I've been to the museum there, and I've been up to the spot because you can actually go up to the spot where Lee Harvey Oswald shot him. It's not that far away. Honestly, it's not a hard shot.
I think that you would say the same thing if you were on top of that glass building or whatever.
I mean, I probably would, but like I said earlier, I'm a better shot than most people.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lee Harvey Oswald did not kill. It's yeah.
The distance shot is relevant to the reaction time of the Secret Service, not to making the shot. An actual trained marksman makes the shot. I'm referring to the delayed. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Babylon B tweeted out Trump indicted for inciting assassination attempt.
I love Babylon.
Oh, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you're talking about, like, did Lee Harvey Oswald did not make that fucking shot on
No, he
President Clinton? I mean, President Kennedy. Sorry, it didn't happen. It just there was no way it could happen.
It would have been a magic bullet.
Yeah, I mean, but I to Scheme's point, I agree, but I don't agree that he was necessarily a novice. I do think that he was not an expert by any means. Like, he wasn't fucking that dude, the sniper from fucking Iraq that killed like hundreds of people.
You know
That
what? And
dude
if you
wouldn't
want
have
to
missed.
go down a bigger conspiracy theorist,
I don't.
maybe
No.
God had a hand in it, and that's all I'm saying. Maybe God. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, there's been other channels saying stuff like that that I saw.
I mean, that's fine, but I think that God's probably busy protecting other people than Donald Trump right now. But
I don't know. I'm not God. I mean, I don't know. I'm not God, so I can't.
God can protect everyone at once.
I think God can do a lot of things at once. So
I don't think Donald Trump is on his list. Is my point.
I don't know that he's not. I agree with Scheme. The CIA killing JFK. I mean, that has been confirmed. Like, we're through that.
And
then he says that
why
it doesn't seem sus. I don't see Secret Service shooting a guy who just got on a rooftop without confirmation. I think they were unsure, and as soon as the dude took a shot, they shot back.
Tell me why we've confirmed that the CIA, a fucking organization of the United States for the United States, has literally confirmed killed the leader of the free world, and they're still operating. Why is this a thing?
Do you know? Actually, hold on. So Stephen King actually wrote an entire book on this, and I'm probably sure you've probably watched the TV series as
11/22/63.
as 11/22/63. Yeah. So the entire theory behind this, and a lot of people have said that Tyler's waving.
I was saying hi to Raven before you guys got too far away from it, and Becky is dropped.
Yeah, the entire like theory behind if JFK stayed in power, the United States would eventually turn communist. Basically, more or less, like because of a lot of the things that he was trying to do. So that is why the CIA killed him, because they, I don't know, man. It's kind of like look at all the theories about how there's like fucking 8 people leading the world.
No.
So you know what I mean? So he was going against that, essentially, is kind of the idealism behind it, and they were like, no, this can't be. What are you
And we
eating,
are,
sir?
and we to Redneck's thing
Oh,
is,
okay.
if you want to say the January 6th, we also know that there were FBI fucking plants in January the 6th. So yeah, maybe their friends, quote unquote, want to take him out, because we all know that was a fucking setup too. So
I'm kind of bored. Can we talk about something else?
I mean, it's all speculation until the facts come out.
That's kind of, yeah.
And then, do we really trust the facts in this day and age?
I mean,
depends on the
bro,
source.
I can't fucking trust the cereal that I'm eating without possibly getting salmonella, because these motherfuckers apparently take shit in the cereal vats before they fucking ship it out.
That's what I'm saying, is like, can we really even trust anything?
Bro, I don't want to leave my house anymore. I just want to like be a fucking hermit and yell at people to get off my grass. That's it. That's all I want to do. I don't want to
Move up to
work.
the mountains of
I don't
Appalachia.
want to fucking deal with people face to face. I just want to sit in my house and be a recluse. I hate.
I don't know if any. Okay, yeah, my mic's on.
We can hear you.
Hey there, Schemo.
Really?
Welcome, sir.
I'm good.
I mean, I will just have to say that
I'm
it
very
doesn't
sad
matter
that-
which political party you're with. It's not okay to shoot people. It's
I'm
just
very
not
sad that my
okay.
username doesn't show up.
Oh, that's because I have a comment highlighted.
There we go.
I mean, I do think that it's okay to shoot people in the right circumstances, but
There are things you can do to sacrifice your right to live. I don't think Trump or Biden have done that we can prove. So yeah, it's not okay to shoot him at this point.
Fair.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to shoot Hitler, yes, but
Maybe it was the dude. Maybe it was the boyfriend of the chick that got grabbed by the pussy, and he was just really upset. Then again, arms were a little bit too scrawny. He's looking. He
Yeah,
was
but
looking
if you-
way skinnier than Vegan Nappy over there. I'm just saying.
You also just look at the crazy court world. You got the Atlanta shit going on. You got the Alec Baldwin that just literally got acquitted because
He just
the
got
fucking
acquitted from
prosecutor.
everything, right?
Yeah, like he just, because they withheld evidence, put it under a different case number, and I don't really think it would have really affected the whole thing, but it doesn't matter. You
So
can't.
far was already like I peeked in on it a bit, and it was already like so fucking ridiculous. Like I'm no
Well-
fan of Alec Baldwin, but Jesus, the case against him was stupid at the way it was presented.
Well, what's really sad is the day before the process. Okay, so the day before, it was the
Graphic
worst day of the defense
before I
because basically his interview to the police got in, and so it was going to really look bad. And then the very next day, it's like the judge how do you say that? Dismissed it with prejudice. So that means they can't retry his ass. He walks.
So, pause real quick on this graphic image Namp just sent.
Yeah, how graphic is it? I don't want to click it unless I have a more defined term.
So I mean, it's the shooter dead. like a lot dead,
A lot of blood.
graphically dead. But their posts, like they
This
kind of
feels
ripped.
Photoshop to me.
They ripped
a
the
little bit.
Band-Aid off with their caption on that, though. The caption caught my attention.
Yeah.
The alleged shooter? Or oh, yeah. Okay.
No, it's not. I don't think that's the alleged one.
I don't.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's because I'm clicking at it now. I don't know if that's actual image from it or
Yeah,
not.
I'm just posting everything that I find
That
that
picture
seems.
looks very strange. I mean, sometimes pictures like this can look strange, but that looks.
And it could have
feels
been something
completely-
that someone there in the moment snapped like real quick, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
because there's stuff I've seen that's verified footage, and it looks quite a bit different so far as like the guy's clothes, the location.
I don't know. That shirt looks the same.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. It
Same
looks
grayish
different
shirt.
pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
It was green, I thought, the shirt.
No, it was gray. Definitely gray.
Yeah, so right here in the right picture, I'm gonna paste this one back in the private chat. In the right picture on this one, you can see he's got a gray shirt on, so that's
Yeah, it's like a gray, like light shirt. It's not black. This other one
Yeah,
looks
but
really
that could
black.
be all the blood spilling out. You know, who knows how much time has passed since that
It doesn't even
first
look like
picture.
the same material though. And yeah, I don't know. It could be.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
saying it's not real. I'm just saying
It's hard to
wouldn't
tell
assume
because of
it's
the clarity of the first picture too, you know.
I just want to point out, how do you guys feel about this being the new photo for women's rights?
for women's rights. Why for
I'm
women's
so
rights?
for it.
Or for fucking great women of history or whatever. That's gonna be the new
Why
photo.
is this about women? I'm confused.
It's going to be made about women, is my point.
Somehow,
Why?
some way along the lines.
Because one of the the closest person in the shot in the photo shot is
Is a
probably
woman?
a term that I should is a woman.
All right.
So they're gonna be like, oh, look at all the great women. This is what women do. We protect the ex-president.
Women save Trump.
I really don't feel like there's anyone that would want that narrative, though. Like politically, the people who would push that narrative wouldn't want that photo. I don't feel like that's ever going to happen.
But it's gonna happen somehow, some way,
I can see
shape,
it
or
happen
form.
satirically, but I do not see that happening as an unironic angle that someone takes this photo. At least not anytime in the near future, because those are two completely conflicting ideologies to try to slam together there.
Hey, bro, we'll find out. Just remember, you heard it from me first.
I sure did.
I mean, not that I always want to back check, but have you looked around this world lately? Nothing surprises me these days. Like
It's a women.
It's
I mean, if someone's going to do it, it would have to be in a a form that's not taken seriously, like one
Ruth
of
Bader
those,
Ginsburg.
you know,
Like the
kind of
Babylon Bee.
like no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about grifting, like not an actual narrative, but just a grifted narrative. I could see it like a Tim Pool type thing, or like someone like Candace Owens. You know, someone who's grifting and trying to be like, see, Republicans are feminists too. That's about the only kind of someone taking themselves seriously with that narrative I could see happening. As far as like someone actually like from a feminist narrative who's actually part of that movement using that for it, that's what I'm saying. I do not see.
My wife said that it's going to take a long time. Well, her first words were, "No one is ever going to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg," and then she said, "Or it will be a long time."
Not to change
Hey, y'all.
topic, but real quick, just to cut in, if you look at those two pictures again of the dead shooter, look at the blood stains on the face. They're the exact same positions.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, then the
AlphaTyler.
shooter is confirmed soy boy and not trained, which would line up with my thoughts on what's happened here.
Bro, that dude looks like he just fucking smoked a bunch of meth and left the trailer park and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get him."
Wait, is that no?
The blood
Couldn't be.
stains are close. I see.
Hey,
No, that
y'all.
dude does not
What up?
have meth
What up,
energy. That
Backwoods?
dude definitely has soy
Hey, we're talking about those Trump things, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, okay, hear me out. I got an idea. And Triple T, AlphaTyler, you know what I'm talking about. Triple T stated this before. He said every time, it's been stated before by several other people, every time something happens to Trump, look what happens. He beats it every time, right?
Okay.
God appointed Trump to be our president. God appoints kings, queens.
I've heard this argument.
And I also feel like they're trying to hush down Trump because he's not going to bow down and kiss no liberal butt. He's not going to kiss nobody's butt. He's a businessman. Yes, he's filed for bankruptcy at least 2 or 3 times that I know of. And I did research on, and he is still doing good. He's even rappers are even endorsing him. He has more of a
Good is not a term that I would use, but continue.
Golden, we're not doing that.
even rappers have endorsed Trump and still will endorse Trump because Trump is now labeled as a convicted felon. And secondly, he has caused no wars when he was in office. Thirdly, our gas prices were the lowest they've ever been in history that I know of. And there was peace in the Middle East.
No, gas prices were definitely a lot lower back in the
I say
70s.
no. It's funny when you tell me that because I remember back in the day when they were it's under $1.
Yep.
I mean, gas prices didn't really get high until we invaded Iraq.
Right.
Let's be real there.
Hey, bro, all I'm gonna say is this dude.
Hey, Golden.
This dude straight up just said, "We big, just fucking send it," and he fucking went after him.
So, I'm kind of confused on where the conversation has gone in the last few
Same.
minutes here.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
I like the energy you came in though with Backwoods Boy. I'm gonna let you and Scheme talk for a minute.
Okay.
Wait, what are we talking about? What?
I don't know.
You know stuff.
Well, Skeen, how you pronounce your name? No offense. I am an up-and-coming artist out of South Carolina in country rap, and I come from a military family, and I respect our troops, and I like Donald Trump because he's actually kissed nobody's tail. And I want to hear your point of what I've all said so far. You got the floor.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be saying. I'm confused.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wish that we didn't have any of the candidates that we do at this point. The fact that Bill Clinton's younger than both of them is very concerning to me.
That is crazy, yeah.
I've been around since Clinton. That was the first president I was consciously aware of as a young lad. Not the first president who existed since I've been born, but the first one that I consciously knew because I was too young to really know George Bush Sr.
Yeah, we're in close to the same point, so I feel that because same.
And the fact that he's younger than Biden and Trump is alarming. Now, if a gun to head, if I have to vote for one of these guys, it's going to be Trump just because I don't know if they're going to be if they keep Biden alive for 4 more years, it gives so much control to faceless people that worries me because I would have been fine with Biden back when he had a brain running the country because he's just a moderate liberal and I don't mind those kind of policies. And I find that a little bit safer than the kind of personality Trump is. But at this point, Biden's not running the country. He hasn't been since early 2020. Yeah, and it shows. So yeah, sure. If I'm voting for one of the big two, it's Trump, but it's not enthusiastically, I don't. The only thing that I've liked about Trump's presidency is that he hasn't gotten involved. He didn't get involved in new conflicts when he was president, and he
made allies with all those countries.
Well, he made allies with the fascist ones, which is not a bad thing, but it is a funny thing. he ended some terrible trade deals that we had, especially like NAFTA and stuff. But everything else was pretty bad. But again, that's
Everybody,
par for the
okay,
course.
how do you say it's pretty bad? Because he was about to get us. He was about to pay off our debt from China.
Yeah,
That's
can you
literally what the next
list
thing he was
some
about
of
to
the
do.
things that were bad?
Well, he wasn't
Yeah,
paying off our
Well,
debt.
and I mean, and when you say bad, it's
If
like
you look
social
at our
policies. He
deficit,
helped the black. He contributed to black colleges. I mean, like, there's a
I mean, if you
lot
want
of.
to
HBCUs.
hear what's bad, you'll let me
Okay,
say it
one at a
instead of
time,
just
guys.
cutting in. Listen, our national deficit has never raised faster than it did under Trump because of the corporate tax cuts and tax breaks he gave. If you have any sensibility, you should know that the fact that companies like Amazon and Walmart pay less taxes than small businesses is a problem. That's why our deficit went up so much, because we got a lot less tax money. His international policy and his military policy, top tier. His domestic policy favors large businesses in a way that's not sustainable. A lot of the economic grief we have right now, one of the things Biden's not lying about, is a lot of that is windfall from stuff that Trump did. Now, the other half of it, the economy shouldn't be this bad, but the economy was going to downturn under Trump's policies domestically. That was inevitable. But it went way worse because Biden's administration doubled down by taking away all of the international advantages Trump had given us, but then doing nothing to undo the domestic disadvantages, because guess what? The Democrats also like being in the pockets of those big conglomerates. They just didn't have to take the heat for it. They didn't undo the tax breaks that Trump did, but they didn't have to take the blame for it. But you didn't see them reverse it because they get kickbacks. Everyone's against you. Just remember that. Everybody from the blue and the red
Trump-
are against you.
Trump's global policy, his global trade policies weren't all that amazing. I wouldn't call them top tier.
They were better than what we've had in a while, is why I listed
They
them.
were better, yes, but like some of the stuff, whenever he blocked out China, kind of fucked us over really badly.
Can I stop you right there, please? If you don't mind me saying this, we need to be self-efficient. Does not no one understand that? Fuck China. We need to be self-efficient. America has never been self-efficient since after the American Revolution, and even before the Civil War that I know of currently. And I'm a history buff, big time history buff. Thirdly,
I agree with that. We should be self-sufficient, but none of the
Okay, but
people that are Republicans or Democrats are.
idealistically, that's never going to happen because that is utopia. Everybody can't be self-sufficient. It doesn't happen. It's not humanly possible.
another thing is we need to stop playing
Sorry.
world police. World police. Our military
True
needs
that.
all of our militaries need to come back home and stop playing world police in these other foreign countries. The only allies we really have is France, the UK, and Israel. Everybody else can go screw off because
Nope. Japan is
Okay, wait. Why do we give
like
two
Japan.
shits
Japan's
about
pretty
people that are on the other side of the
Yep.
fucking world?
We actually have an obligation to Japan, so.
So
oh
here,
yeah,
here's
that's right.
the
We
thing.
bombed the crap out of them.
I find this to be a very
yeah.
common thing when I talk to people who are either, Republican or Democrat. A lot of them I'll agree with on most things, but where I'll disagree is the way to accomplish those things, and then I'll strongly disagree that any of the leaders you have to choose from the red or the blue, will help accomplish those things either. Trump's not going to help us be self-sufficient. He might try to cut off China in certain ways, but that's as much an ego thing as it is a practical thing, and it probably won't work.
Well,
And
like it or not, let's
the
face
one
it,
thing
because
Trump has done and will do that I like him for is trying to not play world police. That's the one thing I've always liked Trump for, that I will always vouch for Trump on, is he keeps us out of being the world police. He gets us out of conflicts and stays out of starting new ones. And because Trump is the kind of guy that can get shot in the ear and fist pump fight afterwards because he's got that dog in him, he also keeps countries like Russia and North Korea quiet because they actually fear him. So Trump as a leader has upside, and it's usually to do with international conflict, not so much economics.
But I'm going to say that the thing about, or to me, in my opinion, of a real conversation of America wants to be self-sufficient. Okay, well then be ready to quit paying cheap fucking prices. You think you've seen inflation now? You wait until everybody wants their $20 an hour fucking raise and all of that good stuff.
The only time
It ain't
America
gonna
was self-sufficient
happen.
is
Like,
when
y'all,
minimum
I
wage
mean,
didn't
it
exist.
just, we're,
Yep.
people do not want to really be self-sufficient because y'all have no idea what the cost is.
Self-sufficiency doesn't
First of
exist without some sort of slave labor. America went from literal slave labor to low-wage slave labor, and as soon as we outlawed that, we exported the slave labor to countries like China and Taiwan. So
Okay,
that's why
hey.
we're not
What do you
domestically.
think? Because I noticed you had mentioned that the way you would go about changing them, you would strongly disagree with a lot of different viewpoints or whatever. What would you say would help our country the most? Maybe not right now, but maybe we'll say 30 to 50 years from now. Like, what topic would you say this is the most important topic? This needs to be changed immediately, and you don't have to tell me why, but what,
I
like,
don't think it's a political topic. I think for the country to get the biggest advantage the quickest is if we had a way, and I don't know what the one single way is, maybe better education on tribalism in schools, but if we had a way to remove the disillusionment and to remove the idea that there are two teams fighting and there's a good guy and a bad guy depending on which team you choose. If we could remove people buying into being Republicans and conservatives and buying into being Democrats and start to just be educated enough that they don't vote on party lines, they vote on policies and candidates, that is where you'd fix the country, because the country's only fixed through its people, and it's only fixed through its people if its people are smart enough to fix it. Right now, you know, you can't count on people being that smart, but you could at least count on them understanding what tribalism is and how it impacts them, and
logically,
not doing politics like their sports teams. If you could do that, that's a starting ground. But I don't know how to do that aside from in our school system, and that's another
right.
head case.
First of all,
Right. Well, and that's hold on. I was gonna say no, just to kind of curtail off of you though, because your answer is essentially what I've been saying, and to me, it seems very obvious that education should be a number one priority for all of our presidential candidates, because
Yeah, and we've slipped in the world stage in education, and no one
but
talks about
where, yeah, exactly. Where is it? There's zero. I've seen zero
Nobody talks
candidates in the past 20, well, since Bill Clinton, I guess, talk about education and education reform.
And if they talk about it, it's just throwing money at teachers. There's no actual
Well,
talk
but
about the curriculum.
it wasn't Bill Clinton. It was freaking George W. Bush. And don't get me wrong, the No Child Left Behind.
That's a trash. That's garbage.
It's a great idea, but it also holds people back because until the whole class is where it needs to be,
Yeah,
and
no
you've
one can
got
excel.
No child left behind.
can I speak on that, please? I'm
that. I
visually.
don't mean to be mean, but it was just that really fucked us in a lot of ways.
Can I speak on that? I'm visually impaired. AlphaTyler, you know this. I'm visually impaired, legally blind, basically. First of all, the school systems have screwed me over and all my friends over. Secondly, I don't like this new woke bull crap they're pushing on the little kids. My littlest brother downstairs, 8 years old. I hope to God they don't push that woke crap on him, because we don't need no transgender, whatever you want to classify your little self as, furries teaching little kids what they could change their gender at any daggone time. And third of all, people who have disabilities, we get frowned upon. And fourthly, do we get a month? Do we complain? No, we don't complain at all about having disabilities. We go about our day and we go on and work our butts off no matter what. You know, people frown upon us, even though we are frowned upon so much in America and other foreign countries. We are frowned upon so much, and it is sickening of how no one wants to discuss that though. But oh my God, you want to discuss abortion? You want to discuss this, that, and the fourth? But what about disabilities though? I am visually impaired. I have been screwed over. I was supposed to graduate 2 years before I graduated in 2023. Just graduated 2 years before. I got held back in school. Public schools didn't help me at all. I had to go to basically a private school that was for visually impaired, blind, and deaf people, deaf kids, who I got more education, but still I went up to part reading. I've had to taught myself how to read a whole lot more, because My people, the visually impaired, blind, deaf, I know American Sign Language. I know Spanish. I know Braille. That is not even a language people consider. I know cursive a little bit. Visually impaired, blind, deaf people, are we frowned upon in this world? Yes. Do we get treated like crap? Yes. But thank God I have family and friends. I have friends who don't complain about being visually impaired or blind. We don't complain at all. Barely. We don't complain. A lot of people take things for granted who have full vision. No offense to all of y'all. A lot of people do. And we've been screwed over by the government a whole lot. Visually impaired, blind, deaf, full vision. We've all been screwed over by the government. The government only has one amendment for people who are visually impaired or blind or any other disability. It is the American Disabilities Act. And have I seen a month for blind and visually impaired people or blind and visually impaired people? No. But the LGBTQ gets a month. So I don't understand it how where it's been education needs to be fixed. I agree with that. I have a friend who is full vision. I say that, who has full vision. I don't like using the word normal. I can't stand that word. I like using the word normal. Everybody has something wrong with them. Everybody is blessed with a gift that God gave them. You can agree with me or disagree with me on that. But third of all, do me and my people complain who are blind or visually impaired, people I know? No, we don't complain. Or another disability, we don't complain. But we get looked down upon, and it's sickening, and it's aggravating, it's disgusting. We get looked down upon like we're nothing. It
Do we look
aggravates the
down
crap out of
upon
me.
you because you're in a
I
wheelchair and I'm just taller?
No, not that at all. You're funny, but no, not that at all. Not that at all. Not that at all.
I mean, yeah, education is trash, especially special needs education, because usually they just lump everything into special needs. As someone with a what would have prior been labeled as mentally retarded son, I know that I know the struggle of special needs. We'll end up probably doing we're doing specialized therapy. We'll probably do homeschooling because I know that the state of our school system is junk. But just going back to the thing that threw this all into the foray, I do think that if we're talking about actually fixing the country, the political climate and everything else, I do think it starts in education because people are just stuck in these very ignorant corners of
They
us
create
versus that.
racism too. Our history books are, excuse me, not trying to cut you off at all, no disrespect. I'm a history buff, and I've learned more history in college from a professor who's from Seattle, Washington, who is not from up north, who's from the West Coast, who agreed with me about slavery, who agreed with me about the Civil War, who actually taught me more than I learned in high school, middle school, and elementary school put together. And I've had to tell myself what history actually is, what is actually documented, what is false.
What does
So,
geographical
so
location of a person have to do with any
I
of
wasn't
those
saying
subjects?
geography. I wasn't trying to say geographically. I was saying was somebody who actually understands and who's not going to use that book to divide anybody else.
I'll say this. First of all, you should learn more from college professor than you do in school. 100%. You're paying to go there, and it is higher education for a reason. I have I got my degree in history, and as I started doing original research into historical topics, I realized there's a lot that is either swept over or completely misled up to the point of going to college.
Do you
So
know that? Yeah, go ahead, AlphaTyler.
no, I was just saying. So to that point, absolutely. Now to Tech's point, no, I don't know that the region where that person comes from is so important to
I
what
was
you
just
learn in
wondering why it
history.
was brought up. That's all.
I wasn't trying to be
Yeah.
geographically. I was just saying, wasn't trying to be geographically.
Well, you said,
But
tell me why I learned more from somebody from Seattle, Washington than any of
And
my own
but
teachers.
but I do want to shout out Vet's point because Vet's 100% right, and I saw Raven point out. Raven is deaf. Like Vet said, everyone kind of has their own burdens to carry, and that's that's the beautiful and sad fact of reality is, you know, visible or not, we're all challenged in some way, no matter what, how we're going through life. We all tackle life from the perspective that we are shaped into by the world. Um,
Just while
and
there's a bit of dead air, the shot was almost certainly from a Democrat because the shot
Thank
was too
you,
far
Loki.
left.
Thank
It was
you,
too
Shot
far.
was too far left. Let's go.
God, I miss my British friend. What's up, Loki?
It
Fucking
was
How
his
you doing,
right.
Democrats.
mate? I
There
can't
was
stay
I'm
for
doing
too long. It's
plenty
like
going
3 o'clock
on
in the
life.
morning.
I like the joke, but I'm pretty sure he was far right on the shot because from the straight on view, it looks like Trump's left ear, which would make it his right ear. But I
It
guess that
was
is too far left from
You
his
have
vantage
to
Yeah,
point.
kill
from
the
the
Yeah,
joke, don't you?
perspective of the
shot
shooter,
left.
yeah.
Yeah, he shot too far left. Yeah, joke checks out. Good
hey
joke.
Loki. I got a question for you. I want to ask
Yeah.
Loki this. Since you're in the UK, correct? Right? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how is y'all's history over there compared to ours? Because I want to hear this. I want to hear your point of view. Someone who's an outsider from America. No
tell me
offense. I want to.
tell me about the entire history of the earth,
Give me the
Loki.
rundown.
Well, our
Okay,
history
but
goes back fucking thousands of
to be
years.
fair,
Yeah,
we don't
because
have.
yeah,
I was
because
just going to say, to be fair, our country is very new,
Yeah,
relatively.
it's very
Okay,
young
so there's
compared to our
not
country.
very much history for us to know compared to the world's history.
Your
yes,
history is very like compared to the rest of the world. It's very juvenile. It's in its teenage years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Whereas we're ancient history. We're like
yes,
3,000
because
years old.
yeah, Britain is that old. Yeah, because y'all used to be the British Isles, is what y'all used to be called. It's what it used to be
Yeah,
called before
but
y'all were all
the
country.
the earliest recorded history in England is 5 tribes
Yeah,
who was divided before the
the
Romans
Goths,
appeared.
the Goths, the Saxons. There's
The
three others. I
Picts,
watched the whole
the
documentary on it.
Brits.
Yeah, yeah, I watched the documentaries on it where y'all were persecuted. Y'all's tribes were persecuted
Yeah, it was
by
basically we was
Romans,
invaded
by
by the Romans.
Turks. Yeah, by the Romans, the Turks. Y'all were persecuted.
And then the Saxons came at the
Yes,
end of the ancient Roman Empire, and that's
History.
yes,
basically where we are now.
I
And the
I
yes.
Vikings came over after
I,
that.
s- I stand with the shadowed raven. History started in 1776 with tea in the harbor, baby.
That's right.
Hey,
Okay, as a
Loki.
resident lobster back, you can go fuck yourself for that one.
Hey, yeah, you're a lobster back. Yeah, that's right. You are a lobster back.
Hey,
Loki,
but guess what?
hey, you got
Someone with
Instagram?
younger history whooped
I
your
do.
ass, Phil. What up?
No,
You
to
cheated. You
which
weren't
point,
gentleman. You weren't gentlemanly warfare. You was hiding in fucking bushes.
to
Well,
which,
see,
We did what we
also,
had to do to
if we're
win.
gonna go to the American Revolution real quick, we had a
Yeah, I know
traitor on
quite a
our
bit about that.
side, on the American side. We had a traitor, and also the British.
Benedict Arnold.
Yes, Benedict Arnold was a traitor. I never liked Benedict Arnold. He was a traitor. He sold
Yeah, a
America
lot of
out.
Americans didn't.
I would love to. Okay, I got a question for each of you. I want to hear. I want to hear y'all's answer on this. Each of you. I want to hear Alpha Tyler, Loki, and then the rest of you next. The rest of you after. Okay, Alpha Tyler. What time period would you want to? Would you want to go back into time to see? Which time period in history?
well, I mean, so that's a very nuanced question. So I would say that from a perspective of my faith, I would like to see Old Testament times, like the creation, pre-flood, so on and so forth. I would say
Yeah.
from a perspective of a historian, I would like to observe the Crusades if I could not be directly involved. Um, but I think truly, we are living in the greatest time in history. Honestly, there are so many things happening. If you look at the past 200 years, almost every innovation that we enjoy in the world right now happened within the last 200 years. So as far as what will ultimately be the best period of history, I think it's currently. I think we're blessed to be a part of it. Um, but if I have to go back and view another period of time in history, um, It would have to go to one of my other answers, either the historian angle of seeing the Crusades, or the faith-based perspective of seeing the first lifetime.
Okay, Loki, you're next. I want to hear what you think.
There's two times periods I'd like to go back. One was like prehistory, where it was the time of the first berserkers. It was called the Kurios tribes. Well, it's like a really, really old traditional, near enough Ice Age rules, where this boy was sent out and he had to prove himself before he could become a tribes member.
Yeah,
it's a really good history to learn about. Other than that, I'd like to. Like Thingy said, the Crusades, that's a really interesting part of history, just to observe it. Or even the Renaissance, when things started to modernize from ancient to now.
Yes. Thank you, both of y'all, for the answers. Who was next?
I got an answer for you.
You kind of gave a big fuck you to the order, so Steam has a stand up.
Are we visiting, or do we have to live long in the time period? Because that will.
You were visiting for like a short time.
Then I'm going back to the dinosaurs, baby. I want to see those fuckers. I'm going to the Jurassic period and finding a T-Rex. It might kill me, it might not. But if it's a visit, that's
okay. So you want to go a little dangerous? Okay, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, if it's a visit, if I have to live in a time period, it's certainly not going to be that. Probably the 1950s. But if I'm just visiting, I want to see me a dinosaur.
Now,
okay.
I'd like to further Scheme's question here. Now, what kind of visit are we talking about? Are we talking like Ghosts of Christmas Past kind of visit?
No, you're actually in the time period. Like you're actually there in person.
Send me to January 3rd, 2009.
January 3rd, 2009. Why that time? Why that date?
I'm going to buy
Was that the time you came out of the closet?
You're going to buy Bitcoin.
A lot of Bitcoin. Because I was alive back then. I'm going to visit me and I'm going to say, look, buddy, here's a couple grand. Just trust me on this.
Right? Because I remember when it was only $4, I think. And John remembers he actually told his mom to buy in when it was $7, and she didn't believe him.
Did John not buy in?
Let me tell you. No, John didn't. He didn't. He didn't
follow
have
his own advice.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Jay.
I'll go.
Jay.
I want to go back to about 3 hours and 15 minutes before this live and warn AlphaTyler about what's going to happen.
Oh, okay. I got another question to ask you after y'all answer. Give me y'all's answers. I got another thing to ask y'all after this.
Can I go next?
Yes.
Can I go next?
You may go next. Yes.
All right. So I agree that Tyler says that this is the best time to live in, but I also think that this is possibly one of the worst times to live in.
Sure.
So
Exactly.
I want to.
Times it was the worst of times.
Exactly. And I would like to go back to the time probably where I have the least chance of survival in the shortest amount of time. Just to end it all as quickly and painlessly as possible. So if that means getting eaten by a dinosaur,
way to go out, man. Like you got chomped by a T-Rex, you'll be in a museum somewhere and confusing the hell out of archaeologists. Why was there a human skeleton?
I'll be right back, guys.
May I further add to his point of this is the best and worst time to live in, and why I chose the first civilization.
Do me a favor and manage yourselves reasonably. My mom called me. I'm going to call her back because she doesn't often call me this late. So
what did she call you? Did she call you a dirty bitch?
Sure.
I chose the time of the Kurios because that's how.
Say two different times. I definitely would want to go back and cross, or be like in cross times, and then the next place I would want to go would be pre Captain Cook of Hawaii, like before like 17, about the early 1700s Hawaii.
Okay, is that all of y'all? Is that all of y'all who all answered?
Yeah, but I was gonna ask Taylor a follow-up. So if you go back to Christ times, what are you gonna do to manage that? Because, like, I'm pretty sure they would kill you on the spot for however you looked, and you wouldn't understand any of them. So what's your game plan?
I mean, maybe, but people had to survive that time to carry on the lineage. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what's your angle? What are you trying to get out of going to Christ time? Because you won't speak the language, and like
but
you wouldn't.
why? I mean, how? But why wouldn't I be able to? If I had the possibility of going back, why wouldn't I be able to be like
Okay, so
incorporated
yeah,
and
I
living?
guess if you're able to learn the language before you go back, I guess that makes it easier.
But that, I mean, like, to me, if we're going back and we have to speak the language, so we got to just roll up and be looking the way we look right now and not
I
living.
don't know. There weren't rules put on it. That's just the first place my
Okay, I
mind.
mean, but what I'm saying, if I could exist in any
You're in
time,
that time period with that language. Yeah, no, I
yeah.
get it.
So I
Okay.
would love to pick Christ times, or I would love to be living like a Hawaiian. I would be a Hawaiian, like
Okay, no,
pre.
that makes more sense. I get it.
Okay, I didn't know I had to be me. So if I,
I
had
don't
to
know
be me,
the rules of this time traveling hypothetical.
like that's what I thought. I was like, if I could time travel, I thought I could just fucking like pop in and just start speaking the language. Shit. I didn't know I had to learn that shit before I left. Okay.
Who wants to know mine? Since I asked all of y'all, who wants to know mine? Who wants to give me the question?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm a history buff, so there's a lot of different time periods I would love to go back to see, like to visit real easily. But I've watched a lot of westerns when one of my granddad's Gunsmoke a whole lot. I've watched that a whole lot. So I would want to go back. I'm Native. I like 3 different tribes of Native American in me. So I would love to go back between the Western times and the American Revolution. Like those two, I would
Oh, did
love
you
to go
see
back
about?
to.
I mean, I'm sure you saw about Trump.
Bro, you taking 3 at once? You should.
Taking 2.
Well, you said you got like at least 3 Indian tribes in you all
Yeah, I
right
got 3.
now.
I'm Native. I'm Choctaw, Blackfoot, and Cherokee.
How are you talking to us with all those tribes inside of you at the
I
moment?
know Cherokee. I know Cherokee a little bit. I know Cherokee.
Don't take that serious.
No, I'm not taking it serious at all. Do Q means hi or how are you in Cherokee?
I'd like to add to Tyler's point of this age being the best and worst time to live. One is because we're in a first world. We're comfortable. Comfort breeds weakness. Yeah, comfort is a burden because it breeds weakness. And why I chose the first civilization of the Curios Berserkers is because that's where tradition was born from in Europe.
Yeah.
Why young men had to go out and prove themselves to the tribe before they could get accepted by the tribe, before they could have a wife.
I didn't know we had
They had to
to
prove
give reason
themselves.
for our choices.
You don't have to do reason.
That's where modern civilization, modern tradition came from.
Okay,
Do you
another
think that
question
you
for
could
y'all.
climb to the top of the tallest rock to prove your manhood or whatever?
No, you had to go out and kill.
Oh, okay. Do you think you
Yeah, you
could
gotta
go
go out
kill
and
the
kill.
saber-toothed tiger?
You had to go out and kill animals and prove that you was a worthy member of the tribe.
Did y'all know America had North America had their own version of a lion?
Yep.
Yes.
We had a much larger lion than the current mountain lions, and we hunted them out and displaced them.
Was the short-nosed bear?
They were
part of,
big
America.
lions too. They were similarly sized to some of the African
Okay,
lions.
I'm gonna ask this next question, and please none of y'all don't freak out or bring religion into this. What I'm about to ask.
Oh no!
Go for it.
I'm about to freak out.
Okay, have any of y'all ever watched anything like supernatural stuff, anything of that nature?
Yup.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask you this. Think of a different world, different Earth, but there's still humans on the Earth. But here's the list of choices you can be. 3 different choices besides a human. Be a vampire, werewolf, or a witch/warlock. Or do you want to be a human still?
Warlock.
Go first. Each of y'all go first, please. I'm curious. I've always wanted to ask this question.
I'm full warlock because you have so much control. Like a warlock could basically transform himself into a vampire if he wanted to. I'm absolutely warlocking because it's the cheat code of those options.
Okay.
I'm gonna go vampire because they're an ageless being.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Next.
I agree with Scheme.
Hold
I'd go
on, Tech.
Warlock.
I just need to warn you, Tech. Like, don't go down the hole you're about to go down. You're
I know. I was just
only
like,
pain
do
awaits you
not
there.
engage.
Just
Do
leave
not
it.
engage. Warning, warning. Do
Just save
not.
yourself, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally quoted his own.
I know. I've just tried to.
sentence, and now I apparently am whatever. Anyways, I would totally be a vampire because all vampires are rich, as far as I'm concerned. Like all good vampires are rich.
Y'all are smoking. Y'all are smoking. No. No. Nobody's picked a werewolf yet.
No, something
Well,
about
like Scheme said, Warlock is a cheat code.
Yeah, warlock could do werewolf stuff, but you.
So what are we? We can be anything we want, like super or mythical.
Yeah,
or...
anything. You don't have to just do these 3 options. But that's the generic 3 options.
I'll be Zeus.
You're nuts.
Shit, I'm gonna be a Witcher.
Ooh.
Oh, The Witcher's a good show. The Witcher's a good show.
I'm gonna be a Witcher. You don't get disease through shagging a load of women. You get all the bitches, and you can slay monsters.
I don't know.
Yeah, but when you're Zeus, you can fuck anyone and throw lightning from the sky.
Okay.
I could just go and live on the sun.
The vampire option's kind of lame, no offense, because there is more things that can kill you as a vampire than a werewolf. But
You haven't been to New Orleans, have you?
I'm going to Louisiana next summer. I'm going to New Orleans. I'm going to New Orleans.
I would be Scooby Doo.
Why in the world? We're talking about supernatural. We're not talking about no cartoon.
But that's a different world. Isn't that a different world?
True, it is a different world.
I mean, so I would love to be Scooby Doo. Like, shit, that looks like a fucking epic. I'm just saying, smoking weed and munching and solving mysteries like we're trying to do.
I
right
basically
now.
am
Come on.
Scooby Doo at that rate.
You are.
I want to be Scooby Doo.
Who mentioned that New Orleans, Louisiana? Who mentioned about that?
That was me. Because I live in Biloxi, Mississippi, about an hour and a half from it.
I've been seeing that a whole lot on my TikTok feed, and it's like on general, like hearing about that vampire that supposedly is there in New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been hearing that so much. Do y'all think that just?
It's all propaganda just to get people there.
I can show you.
I gotta ask y'all a question. Y'all Americans, why are you using a Chinese website?
Why do you sound like donkey?
First of all,
because Americans love Chinese shit. Like they love to go to. They love Chinese buffets.
I love Chinese food
shopping
now.
at Walmart and Temu and Wish and all that shit.
You cannot be heard.
Y'all are bigger trainers than fucking Bernard up. The motherfucking.
Hold on. Why did Loki transform into video game? No one mentioned it.
I was wondering that too.
Loki transformed into low key.
No, he turned into video game donkey, the best impersonation of that man I've ever heard in my goddamn life, and I want to know what the fuck was that?
He does a southern accent so that Americans can
You trying to
understand
judge
him.
me, buddy? You trying to judge because my accent's real strong?
Hey, most Americans don't fucking understand what I say when I talk British, so you can shut the fuck up with that, boy.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Wait. Hold up now. Okay. I want to ask
British created a language, y'all just mutilated that motherfucker.
Bro, why do you sound so much like video game donkey when you do that accent? That's insane.
I play too much Red Dead Redemption.
That's so crazy, bro.
Okay. Very few times can Scheme have his mind rocked. So kudos to you, Loki.
Bro, if you
kudos
guys
to you.
if you guys knew who Video Game Donkey was, you'd understand.
Video Game Donkey is fucking awesome.
That's crazy.
I know,
Hey,
my
hey,
kids.
hey, wait.
That's probably
Wait,
where
so
you get that kind of
who
from.
lives a little ways from New Orleans, Louisiana? It's actually pronounced wrong. It's Nolans. That's how they say
It's
it.
It's called
Nolans.
Nolans. Nolans.
No,
So you
No,
gotta embrace your inner
I live down
Cassidy's
here.
Kilgore.
I live down here an hour and a half from New Orleans in Biloxi, Mississippi, and it's pronounced Nolans.
Yes,
Hey,
Nolans.
Mr.
So, what's the deal with the vampire thing? Did anybody, I want to ask somebody, did anybody know any deal about that?
What? Why is it
Supposedly
prevalent
there's,
in New Orleans? Because of
yeah.
voodoo and the fact that they are a French and Islander melting pot.
I'm actually a vampire specialist. I have my degree in it.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say this: nobody likes the fucking French.
Just
Nobody.
Wait, we like the French. French has some good food now.
French are very funny and they eat frogs' legs.
Hey, frog legs
What
are
were you
good
saying,
now.
Nancy?
Well, I was saying it was just my bachelor's, not my master's.
I got you.
So, okay.
So you have a bachelor's in
Vampire studies.
vampirism.
Yeah,
Oh, in
vampirology or
well,
vampirism.
vampirism is the actual affliction,
Yes.
whereas vampirology is the actual study.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have a bachelor's in vampirology
Yes,
and
the
your
study of
master's
vampirism.
is in.
No, I haven't
pussy?
got my master's yet. I'm still working
okay.
on that. Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
still gonna pursue.
you know, actually,
understood.
like I don't try to ask somebody that question a whole lot because I just feel like people will think I'm stupid or dumb if I think that stuff actually there's stuff actually out there that goes bump in the night that we don't even know, that we don't even talk about because there's so many movies about it and TV shows about it. Why is it so prevalent?
Well,
What if this actually exists?
Statistically, 1 in every 7 gingers is a vampire. I don't know if you knew that. Why are you laughing?
That seems like a low stat, sir. I feel like it's got to be a higher number than that.
The rest are other types of.
Hey, Nampy, can you do me a favor? Can you grab a mirror or a compact or something and hold it up?
No. See, I'm a day walker. There's a difference. My skin can tan.
I just need to see a reflection, dog.
Do they even understand what all different types are? Actually?
No. It has to be a mirror.
A mirror, not a camera.
I got you.
Tech's doing the real research right now.
It's got to be a mirror because it would show up. Vampires don't have no
the
reflection.
YouTube plaque. He's trying to flex on us with it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see your face. All right, we
And
good.
don't think he ain't an OG to walk away from it all. To walk away from it all and say, "Fuck this shit."
Why did
you
y'all
guys
pick
see?
Vamp?
I'm sure you have, based on who I'm in the chat with. But
why did y'all pick vampire or daggum witch?
Warlock, not witch.
Warlock.
Hold on. Where's this question going? Have we seen
Okay.
what?
Why? Okay.
Nope.
AlphaTyler.
Got it.
So,
Never mind, don't worry about it.
AlphaTyler, what would you pick if you're in a different world and you're not human? Vampire, werewolf, or witch/warlock? Witch is witch is a female Wiccan. Warlock is for a male. Which would you pick?
Nah, you can be trans witch if you'd like to be and still.
No, that's not how it works. Supernatural world.
Well,
that's not how it works.
That is the
Actually, it is. They have male witches and female warlocks as well.
Of those options, I would rather be a vampire.
Why? Why you want to be a bloodsucker? Wolves are a lot better. They hunt in packs. They're more loyal.
They don't understand scheme.
They are also fucking ruthless.
God,
I would love to be ruthless.
They are untamed vampires.
So now, if I ever want to do a video game donkey collab, I just ask you, and literally no one would question it.
Hey, buddy.
So yeah, like Like Scheme said, Warlock is the cheat code because a Warlock can be anything it wants to be.
It is.
I mean,
it is the cheat code to that
it
question.
depends. It depends on which version of a warlock
Yes.
you're looking at.
Thank you. That's the other thing too.
Because in WoW,
Well, you gave no
warlocks kind of
parameters, but-
suck.
All I know is there weren't parameters, so at this point, I'm Doctor Strange if I choose Warlock.
Exactly.
Okay.
Speaking of
Okay,
parameters,
okay,
I'm
hey.
reaching the parameters of
All
sleep
right.
paralysis, so I'm gonna go sleep now. I love y'all.
Good night,
Nice.
Loki.
All right,
Have a good night,
Loki.
Loki.
Video game donkey.
Goodbye, people.
Competent tea. Competent tea.
No full English breakfast. Ask Tyler about it.
Biscuits or cookies?
Have a good night, Loki.
Yeah, good night, Loki.
You
So
too.
I don't try to ask that question many often to a lot of people. I just feel like people. I feel like I'll be targeted into I'm stupid or dumb asking that kind of question, or ask does things actually exist in y'all's opinion? Because I think they do. We just don't pay much attention to it.
Witches, yes.
Witches do exist. I have an uncle who actually knows a witch. She's actually good, not evil.
Spooky.
Many things
be a
exist
Wiccan.
within the mind of a person.
Yeah,
That
What
is
do you
not
say?
true, because where I live, there is a, I don't know what you call a month. I guess a monthly meeting on every full moon where the witches, warlocks meet in the forest and do things
called a
around the
coven.
fire.
It's called a
It's a
cosplay,
coven,
brother.
yes. It's a
LARPing.
coven. It's
No,
a
I
coven.
don't think it's
Not
LARPing.
LARPing. It's a coven. That's what they are called. It's a group of witches or warlocks that get together.
It's
I know what a
group of
coven is,
Dungeons
yes.
and Dragons players that haven't figured out how to socialize yet.
First
Yeah,
of
probably.
all, no,
Yeah,
sir, do not
I kinda love you.
disrespect Dungeons and Dragons like that. No one playing Dungeons and Dragons will be LARPing. Okay.
I don't know.
I hate to
There are
break
some
this
that
to you.
do, but
Hold on,
the
hold on.
respectable ones
Alpha,
don't.
Alpha, I've got bad news for you. Brittany is both a practicing witch and an avid Dungeons and Dragons player.
Well,
Jeez.
that's fine.
So
but she-
Namson is very
but-
correct in his
But she's
stereotyping.
not LARPing her D&D sessions.
Oh, I assure you she is.
I assure you she is.
Oh my god.
Some people do, some people don't. The respectable D&D
I'm not
players
saying
don't.
everyone does. I'm not saying everyone does. I'm just saying Namson is hammer on the head of the nail with that generalization.
Is that
Definitely
y'all
being a thing.
stereotyping? Y'all quit stereotyping.
Stereotyping.
Okay,
The hammer may be on the
because
nail,
it's
but it's
true.
a fingernail.
I just gotta say.
Before we go any further with this, okay.
It can go further?
No. Oh my God.
How deep
This
does
is
this
why.
rabbit hole go?
Tech, the panic in
Okay.
your voice.
There is a rabbit hole. Okay, first of all, we were talking about the government earlier, right? Do y'all know there's
Oh,
actually
no.
How
no.
does this
Can
come
I-
back around?
Can I say
Come
this
on.
one thing? You know,
Here, I'm
actually, y'all
handing you
ever
a
heard of
carrot.
Blackwater?
Come out of the rabbit hole.
I've heard.
Y'all know
of Black-
Blackwater
no,
is.
no, no.
Yeah.
I have heard of Blackwater. You have my attention, sir. Let's hear it.
Okay, Blackwater, it used to be called Blackwater. They used to hunt down things that go bump in the night, such as Bigfoot or any cryptids or vamps, werewolves, anything of that nature. Okay. They are rebranded to now
Democrats.
Special Forces Phantom is what they're called now.
Okay.
And South Carolina, which is my home state, we are the state that has all the special forces offices, I think I remember correctly.
Oh wait, the SFP.
Did we lose Scheme?
You're talking about the SFP, right? The
For
Special
me.
Forces
No,
Command.
no.
I think so. I'm
Yeah, the
lost a
SFP.
minute. Yeah,
No,
they're
he's valid. Yep.
they're called Phantom. It's a whole group. They take people from SEALs, Marines, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard. They take all of them. This is before the Space Force, okay? Space Force basically.
Tell Tiff if she's not listening. Only SEALs out of the Navy are worthy. Okay, the whole Army is able to join though.
I think it's SEALs. Last time I remember correctly, I did research on it. It was SEALs, Army, Navy, like anybody in that. The best goes into that specific goes into Project Phantom. phantom, whatever you want to classify it as.
SFP, right?
Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
And they hunt down these things, and also there is labs. They have their own little labs. They go test out these creatures and see if we can actually mutate them with humans. I did a lot of research on
SFP
this.
breeding. Yep. No, he's right.
I did a lot of research on this. There's some in Canada too. There's like supposedly like a whole laboratory where they have like werewolves like chained up and like doing breeding with humans and like seeing what can work and what can't work.
That's a SFP CA, the Canadian.
Hey, did you
one.
guys know that humans can breed with hamsters?
What the hell?
I
That is
hope you're
disgusting.
incorrect with that.
Yeah.
It's a true thing. Look it up.
That's disgusting.
I believe it's the story is that there's similar DNA.
We're talking about breeding werewolves and humans and dogs and shit. Why I just thought it'd be a good time to pop that in there. I don't know.
Okay, but who found that out?
Science, I guess.
That's not an answer I'm accepting.
Hold on, let me fucking ruin my Google search history real quick.
Yeah, you Google that because I'm not going to.
Me neither. I'm not ruining my Google search history at all either. I just wanted to see if y'all knew anything about it. 'Cause I know, Tyler, you're military. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
So here we have it. It says, although medical professionals often present the procedure as unable to create an embryo, they're not technically correct because the human sperm can succeed in penetrating the hamster egg. A hybrid embryo is indeed created, known as a humster, Humstr. They're typically destroyed before they divide into two cells. And if they're left alone to divide, if they were left alone to divide, they would still be unviable. Let's see. The practice was made licensable in the UK by the Human Fertilization and Embryology Act in 1990.
Ew.
The hamster zona-free ovum test was frequently performed by sperm banks when screening potential sperm donors. It was particularly useful in assessing the extent which sperm from a donor could penetrate cervical mucus when artificial insemination was principally performed. So it was basically, I guess, for like use of in vitro.
I don't want to be alive anymore. We were too busy asking if we could.
It says the test.
We never asked if we should.
The test evaluates the A chromosome reaction of the human spermatozoa. However, the incidence of the A chromosome reaction
I'm
is
done with hamster human hybrids. Okay.
I believe the word you're looking for is humster.
Yeah.
Shut up, please be
As
quiet.
I learned today.
Bro, I think
Okay.
I think AlphaTyler's a hamster.
Okay, who was the one who agreed with me about Phantom? Who the one who also knows about
Oh,
that?
yeah, SFP.
Yeah. What is your name? No offense. I'm.
That's Namson.
Okay. Well, how do you know about it?
Those kind of questions could get you killed.
Well, I did research and found out about it, so I want to know yours part.
Brother, I'm in it.
Okay.
Yep.
I highly doubt that because you got to be sworn to secrecy to talk about it. Can't talk
I
about
didn't
it.
say anything, and now you're gonna get both of us killed. That's why I said questions like that get you killed, but you wanted to know, so here we are.
All I can say is Alex Jones was right about the Chimera, whatever it was, because hamsters exist. Yeah.
Please shut up. I don't want to hear no more about hamsters. That is disgusting.
That was the first step. Alex Jones was right.
They're turning the frogs gay. All right. What kind of ice cream do y'all eat? I don't eat ice cream because it makes me shit uncontrollably.
Sherbert.
When I do eat ice cream, I prefer butter pecan.
I believe the term
Butter
is
pecan is good.
sorbet, Jay, not sherbert.
Chocolate and
Sherbet.
chocolate and vanilla swirl is where
American
it's
is
at.
sherbet.
Or chocolate. Also, Reese's Sonic Blast is really good too.
When it comes to ice cream flavors, I like cookie dough because.
Oh my god, that's a good one.
Scheme's back.
I
Yeah.
don't
Either
need
that
ice cream.
or-
I rub it on like lotion.
Oh, good choice. That's also a very viable alternative.
Yeah.
The chat asked, "What ice cream do we eat?" Scheme.
Rocky Road.
Okay.
With the real marshmallows only, not with the marshmallow cream.
Gotcha.
Isn't that just all chocolate mainly?
Chocolate.
No,
off-
Rocky
No,
Road
I
is
said
chocolate,
sherbet.
almonds, and marshmallow. No, Rocky Road is chocolate, almond, and marshmallows.
Scheme,
Ooh.
you missed a wonderful conversation about hamsters.
Shut the fuck up!
God, no, never again.
Alpha's now triggered.
Scheme, we made Scheme walk away. Let's see if we can do it twice in a row. Did
Google
you know?
at your own.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
know what
not
a
interested.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
No, that's quite good actually.
Y'all disgusting.
That says we need to leave the semen in the past.
You know,
in vitro wouldn't be possible if not for hamsters. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes I'm angry at myself for doing these streams like in restream as a hosted thing, because at least when we do game night or something like that, most of my other streams where people join me on the stream, I can mute you guys and just talk to the chat for a little while.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I just mute you guys and talk to the chat.
You don't have the ability to do that on here?
Nope.
No.
That's pretty fucking wild.
It is silly. Well, you can put people
Maybe
back.
you need to start doing the community streams
I
from
can-
Discord.
I can mute individual people, like I can mute people, but they're muted for everyone in the stream. Like what I'm talking about is when I'm going through
Deafening, basically.
OBS and then like streaming with the Discord and everything, I can just mute everyone and just talk to the stream. And I miss that right now.
Hey, who's getting a college football video game?
What?
The new college football video game that's coming out this coming week. Who's all getting it?
Do you want to join the SFP?
Hold on. What was the question that you just asked me? What?
Are you going to buy the new college football video game?
Oh, I did not know that there was one coming out.
Yes. AlphaTyler. That I feel that's hurtful that you didn't know that.
Well, they
It's
haven't
been
made
all
one
over
in like,
YouTube.
They haven't made one in like 10 years.
Yes, but
Tyler,
they're doing it. It's coming out this coming week. He's gonna
Tyler's
rebuild
from farther
Kentucky.
south than I am, and he speaks
Tyler-
less redneck.
I don't know.
Hey, wait, what's wrong with that?
147 things I'd rather spend my money on than that.
What's wrong with college football, man?
Nothing, but there's something wrong with playing video games about sports games.
Why are you taking the bait? Why are you doing this to us?
Okay, whatever.
And Nampy just doesn't like playing with teenage boys.
Jake, go
I'm not
away.
a teenage
You're not my
boy.
friend anymore.
I'm an adult.
No, but those college football players are teenage boys.
Somebody time Jakers out.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Don't speak death upon us, Jake.
AlphaTyler's gonna buy the game and rebuild Kentucky.
But by the way, Roxy said thank you to Wick for the subs.
I'm not getting
You weren't looking.
notifications. What happened? Oh,
Because yeah, you're in restream.
well, thank you, Wick. Yeah, that was a lot of gift subs. I appreciate that. That didn't pop up for me. I was not ignoring it. It's because I'm in restream and it doesn't like notify me at all actively, but thank you. Yes. And now there's dead silence.
We ran out
Tyler,
of things
answer
to
my
talk about
question.
because we don't want to make you mad again.
Tyler,
I
answer
can't
my
talk
question,
about
though.
hamsters anymore.
Answer your question.
Are you gonna buy the game and rebuild Kentucky?
Is it on PC?
Yes, it's going to be on PC.
I probably
It's already
will.
on sale right now.
I probably will get the game then. Yes.
Don't pre-order video games. They stop
Never
production.
pre-order video games. That's evil.
Yep. Especially because
Buy
they
it
don't
when it comes out.
finished.
Pre-ordering is it's bad for the devs too, like the actual people making it, because the publisher, if you get enough pre-orders, will stop allowing the devs to work on the game.
The pre-orders get launched to Monday.
Yeah, only by pre-orders of music.
This is just a PSA. Never pre-order video games. It's bad for the industry. It's a sham. Nobody wins except for publishers. So unless you like publishers, like there's no you're gonna get the game if you don't pre-order it. So don't pre-order it. Just buy it when it launches. Just
don't pre-order video games. Always pre-order music.
Yeah. Just a quick PSA. Just a quick.
And if you really want the video game cheap, you wait a little while after it launches so that you can get it cheaper.
Oh, sure.
How
yeah,
long
all
are we
that. I'm just
talking,
saying,
waiting for a
just for
while?
the industry as a whole, like it's bad
Yeah.
for everyone except for publishers to pre-order games. So just
If
don't.
you
pre-order.
really want it cheap, though, you can get yourself a nice handgun or something that looks like a handgun. Go to your local GameStop and say, "Give me the fucking game."
Give me the fucking game.
And you'll get it real cheap.
Well, I pre-ordered it at GameStop for like $5. They told me like you can put a pre-order down for $5.
Mistake. Could have gotten it for free.
Could have gotten it for free.
How am I gonna get it for free? I already have Game Pass and EA Play.
With a gun.
Do you have a knife?
Hey, have a good night, Wick. If you're heading out,
I'm not about to go rob a store.
And you are certainly not
over
a piece
video
of shit,
game.
my
Well,
friend.
then you don't want it bad enough.
Thanks.
I've been waiting for it for a long while, but if I pre-order it, oh well.
But the way that I was saying is usually 6 months to a year after release, it drops dramatically in price.
Yep.
Well,
It's
especially
one of
if
the
it's a
most popular
sports
games.
game. If it's a sports game and you wait a year, that thing will be like $3. Just play
Yeah,
last
pretty
year's
much.
sports game.
Or if you
Yeah.
have EA, you can probably play it for free.
Yeah, I got EA.
There you go.
I got EA. It's discounted right now for like $62 on pre-order.
This conversation has made me flaccid.
I
Many
got
do.
Tyler
blasted
hasn't
when
answered
we
my
started
question,
talking
though.
Werewolves.
He said yes, he'd probably get it.
But he'd probably rebuild Kentucky, though. I bet you he would.
I'd make Kentucky great again.
Well, I'm a South Carolina Gamecocks fan, so I'm gonna rebuild Carolina automatically.
I don't know. Is it all of the NCAA though? Because
Yes.
I would rather
It's-
I would rather run EKU than UK.
EKU, Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all. I think it's all the FBS schools that I know of. But I know you can also on the game. It's gonna have a way where you can create your own college
So,
team.
EKU is where I actually went to college, so I'd rather play them than UK.
Oh, Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Good school. Y'all are the what? What are y'all? The Coloners or what? I can't think of. Great word. Colonels. Yes, that's what it is.
The colonizers.
Where did Scheme go? Scheme
Colonels.
left as soon as.
He waved goodbye and then
Oh, did he?
vanished into oblivion.
Damn.
You're talking to sports.
He rage quit like the good little liberal bitch that he is.
So technically, you like two schools. Technically,
We are coming up on the 3.5 hour mark though, and that feels like a good time to call it a night, guys.
Well,
Gotcha.
damn, and right when I just got
We're
Alrighty.
watching the Sasquatch Dumpling Game for the movie night tonight.
What?
We're gonna watch the
That's not
Sasquatch Dumpling Game.
Well, movie night's tomorrow, not first.
Tomorrow night.
Is today
Yeah.
not Sunday?
No,
No,
today's Saturday.
it's Saturday.
Whoa, today is Saturday.
Mhm.
Bro, did I hop in a
Way to
time
catch up with it.
machine? Bro, yesterday was also Saturday. That's so weird.
That's also not true.
oh my god.
Now listen, because you see, yesterday in the UK was Saturday.
Bro, it's the Havana effect.
Look.
I'm telling you,
Guys,
So-
tomorrow we will talk about yesterday, okay?
bro. Listen,
I want to know what the fuck Tucker
Man-
get it.
Nah, Nampy needs to look up the Havana effect. I have that
But-
shit for real.
Dear God.
But in Japan, it's already Monday, or it's about to turn into Monday.
Tomorrow we will talk about yesterday. Right now I've got nothing to say, honestly.
Gang,
Dear
gang,
God.
and all that.
Hey, Alpha Tyler, is Menace dropping any new music soon?
I don't know.
Menace does his own
Isn't
stuff.
his good friend
Oh,
I'm
though?
pretty sure.
You
I'm
should
pretty sure
ask
the only
Menace.
one. I'm pretty sure the only one who knows what Menace is doing is Menace himself.
Yeah.
He did say yesterday that he was going to drop a whole fucking JJV discography. So
Menace
Well,
and
I
I
can't
are
wait.
friends. I don't know what he's doing though. Like,
Yeah.
No, Menace
uh,
said he was gonna drop a whole diss track on.
a whole
to it.
diss
a
album.
whole
It wasn't a
disc
diss
album. That's
yeah.
what it
He,
was.
he told me a diss track.
Wait.
That's what he told me.
No,
I
he
like
said
Menace and I
album.
like
No, he
Mises.
said a whole
Hey,
album.
I hope he does.
Imagine
Well, damn. I
can't
guess I
wait.
got some work to do.
A whole album to diss somebody.
that's wild. I would just
I feel
create
like it's
one or two
easy
diss
since it's
tracks and I'm
JJV,
done.
but
Punch after punch after
It's
punch.
nothing
baby.
new. It's nothing new as far as a whole diss record is concerned. I mean, the game did it to 50 Cent many times.
But that's
Well, the game is also
that's gay.
trash.
Heather's comment is funny as shit.
Well, the game is
Versus
trash
sucking
now,
a
but
clean
back
dick.
then, whoo, that boy had bars.
I don't
Better than the dirty one.
I don't know the context for that one.
Eminem, his new album. Oh my God, his last song he has with
No
Jelly Roll.
spoilers.
That one's a
No
I haven't
spoilers. I
listened
still
to
got to
the
review
album
it.
yet.
Yes.
Alpha, the reference to Heather's comment was there was a discussion about eating ass that turned into whether you would suck a dick or eat ass.
I mean, you are what you eat. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, so that was right when I left the stream, right? Right around the time.
Well, around that time, yeah. I believe you were there for that part of it, though.
I may have been. I may have not been paying attention
Because
to.
Heather says it was the after party from yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, it was asked, would he rather suck a clean dick or eat ass? And he's like, I'd suck a clean dick.
Yeah. Well, happy Pride Month to Menace.
yeah, Pride Month Menace.
Listen, fellas, I'm just telling you, like the ladies like
Yeah,
it,
Thursday.
okay? If you're not eating ass, you should be.
Nah.
All right, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna get off here.
I'm gonna say you can accomplish the same effect, perhaps greater, by eating pussy and not
Well,
getting doodle on
so-
your tongue.
So
Yes,
pause
I
number
agree
one.
with
Have a
that.
good night to you as well, Backwoods.
Yes, sir.
Second,
Yep.
to Nappy's point, you can eat both. Okay, you can eat pussy and then go down to the no bits in the booty hole. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
just because you
I know
Which bot in your chat?
I know that your question is or your statement is going to be, but the butthole is dirty. Well, my response is going to be, you should not be fucking dirty bitches.
No, because buttholes don't stay clean even after you clean
Listen,
them. all right?
okay, clearly we are talking about optimal scenarios. You can't just go
You have
after
to be
after-
in the
you
shower
don't-
the
you
whole
don't-
time.
You don't go out in the field and fucking dig up some fucking plot right there and then come back in and say, that asshole looks edible to me.
Well,
No.
yeah.
No, you
Between
don't do
the,
that.
I
I'm
don't
sorry, but
get a
between the
woman
cooter
dripping
hole,
out of the shower that I'm gonna eat the asshole of.
I'm making
No,
me
but
change that.
here's the thing, though. Between the cooter hole and the booty hole, the cooter hole is more sanitary, so I'll stick with that.
Listen, this is a losing argument, okay? They're both the
Tyler,
same.
I have a
because the sweat-
question.
The sweat intermingles, okay?
Hey Tyler, do you have
Right, Heather?
do you have lampshades made of human skin?
No.
Do you have gloves made of the hands of other hands?
No.
Do you have masks made of women's faces?
No.
Okay. So you're not a Richard Gain wannabe. Glad to know.
Just call me Richard.
Do you know who Richard
Heather
Gain
says
is?
Alpha
I'm
Party 2.0.
I'm confused on where this came from.
So am I.
Well, I don't know. You were just being weird, so I just thought I'd ask weird questions. So Richard,
I don't think he was being weird.
No, it's not a weird question. It's a valid question of whether or not you eat ass. And the fact is, listen, okay, everybody's like, oh, but vagina's so much cleaner. It's not.
It is.
I disagree.
All I know is shit
Everything's
doesn't come out of
dirty
pussy.
if the person is. Everybody's dirty if
Yeah.
the person is.
Don't get with dirty bitches would be my suggestion to all of you.
Hey,
because-
bro, did you know you could get
absolutely.
cheap viewers on cut.ly/0EHZPDZ0?
What?
Yeah, I saw that. It's in your
Look at
Twitch
your
chat.
comments. You can get cheap viewers on cut.ly/link.
Obviously, you don't want to get with a dirty woman. I mean, that's all.
So,
I think we
Richard-
agree with that. But like I said, I still maintain the argument that the cooter hole is more sanitary than the booty hole. Because what comes out of the
Richard
cooter hole
Gain-
is more sanitary.
Okay.
Richard,
What's the
aka
basis
Ed
of the-
Gein.
So pause
Yeah,
because
or
because
Ed
I
Gein, yeah.
I think this is a difference in perspective, and that's fine. If that's been your experience, that's fine. I prefer to get with exclusively with women who have a clean pussy and asshole. So I mean, if you're going for women who only choose one, that's fine. But
That's not what I'm
the
saying.
ladies that I get with are clean everywhere. No, it seems like it is.
No, it's not. I mean, you can interpret it how you want. No, absolutely. Like I said, we all want to be with a clean woman, front and rear, no doubt.
So do you
But
finish?
that doesn't
I mean,
mean
finish-
that
do
I
you
have
finish-
to.
I have my doubts.
Do you finish in it and then eat it?
In the
No.
That's a question for you, sir.
Yeah. Do you finish in it and then eat it?
No.
All right, just checking. There's got to be a name for that. I don't know.
There probably is.
I'm sure there probably is. Go to Urban Dictionary.
But I'm on
but-
AlphaTyler side on this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Of
the
course you
fact
are, Jay.
is,
You like to kiss
like,
his ass.
I prefer clean
Fuck
women.
you, Jason.
So I don't.
You just.
Hey, I'm only calling what I see.
Never mind. No, you're just a contrarian. You go against everything everybody says.
I mean,
No,
eating
I've
ass
always
is,
been against
is
eating ass.
pretty.
I'm sorry, but it's insanitary.
Oh, it's called felching. I knew this already.
Oh, that is felching, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some reason
Well,
I thought felching.
well,
required
that's when
someone else.
Felching is when you use a straw, though. So
True.
So I don't know. I guess you could just skip the straw.
Yeah.
Would you rather
Those-
get felched or do the felching? That's in an Eminem song.
Is it?
Yes. But no, I mean, the ladies in my love life, which are exclusively Sierra these days, the ladies in my love life are typically clean enough that I can lick the booty hole without worrying about such things. So I don't really have those concerns.
So according to
we don't teach you around here, so that's what you want to do, bro.
According to Urban Dictionary, it says that eating ass is a cultural phenomenon that is ultimately a reflection of an extreme desire to express one's liberal ideas. So apparently, you just really need to get those
Maybe.
liberal ideas out.
Maybe.
I mean,
I just really like the way them cheeks fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the fact is, it's something. It's different. It's a little odd, I guess, but it's
It's
a
a
turn
little
on for both of you. So it's just something I'm not opposed to.
Yep. I'm not opposed to it.
You do you, I'm gonna do me, and we'll all be one big happy
much like,
family, one happy fun bunch.
Much like many other factors, it's not my entire identity. So
Do you
I
use
mean,
a dental dam?
No.
Well, how are you going to avoid getting hepatitis or something?
Well,
Or E.
clean
coli.
women, sir. I'm not saying to pick up a chick that you just met at the fucking gas station down the road and go fucking tongue
What if she's
fucking.
really hot though?
Probably not still. Again, if I don't know that she's clean, I'm not going to do it.
Exactly.
So you pick her up, right? You get a good whiff of that summer's breeze. What you doing?
Summer's breeze?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what summer's breeze is?
It's soap, right?
It's like the douche soap. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No.
Or maybe it's summer's eve. I don't know. Fuck, it's something like that.
It's summer's eve, yeah.
You should jump back in the Discord, Heather. Almost everyone that you were at odds with is
gone.
Dissipated.
Roxy says summer's
Summer's
eve.
Eve. Okay.
Yeah. Summer's
Anyway.
breeze, summer's eve, same thing.
Anyway, to all
Could
of
get
you,
a summer's breeze on a summer's eve.
To all of you
I had an
degenerates
ex-wife
in
I had
here
to
and
fire.
still, to all of you degenerates in here and still watching, this will be the end of the stream. We're gonna go ahead and get ready
Screw
for church
this
in the morning.
man!
So, I
Yeah,
appreciate
you need to go
guys.
to fucking church after all the conversations we've been had. Pray for all the humsters out there.
Like, share, subscribe,
Yeah,
follow, all those things. Appreciate all you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. And also on the way out, Heather, join the Discord. Larry's in there too. All right, we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.